This is a present from me to you.
I want to live a life just like that. I want to be like Alex Shepard. Take my picture by Toluca Lake, 'cause I'm the next big thing in Silent Hill. That's where I wanna be.
Gimme, gimme.
Gimme, gimme.
Living in Silent Hill. Hello, welcome to the show.
See how much more fun it is when you sell it, isn't it? Isn't it liberating to sing on stream? It's why I torture people with it every time I get a chance to.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Sharky. Welcome, Cassidy.
Hello.
Welcome. This
hello.
is the Bad Game Hall of Fame. This is part 3 of our Silent Hill Homecoming playthrough, where we play Silent Hill Homecoming for the 3rd time. And yeah, how are you today, you two?
Oh, you know me. Check out our Casual Monday stream, folks, from yesterday. I put it up for free on Patreon because it was a good episode. It was a really good episode. But
that's
getting
bad
some personal
news.
stuff
We're
there.
going to Silent Hill.
Well,
This is
fuck.
a present from me to you.
By the way, thank you to Blah Hats and
also-
to
I'm
Rick
hyped.
Hilms for subscribing.
Yeah, thank you very
yes,
much.
thank you.
Those are very appreciated. Yeah, how are you, Sharky?
I woke up not that long ago. But I'm fine. I did something different last night. And I slept in a different room. And I ended up not having any nightmares. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something.
Yeah, when
Well-
I've had sleep issues in the past, I've had a doctor recommend that. It seemed to
Maybe you should
backfire.
recommend that to the Silent Hill protagonist. Just go to bed in a different
Yeah.
room. You won't wind up
Yeah.
in Silent Hill.
Sleeping in
Joy.
random,
Have you
Idiots.
tried leaving Silent Hill?
yeah, sleeping in random cemeteries and I forget the name of the specific buildings that families have in cemeteries. But
Mausoleums?
mausoleum, yes. But yeah,
You know, they're home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, we're going
Forever
back home for the 3rd time. And something, you can get at home. It's a nice meal, a nice Sharky stream snack.
Alright, tonight's stream snack is Alani New Energy Hawaiian Shaved Ice. And our food is Green Giant Veggie Tots Broccoli and Cheese. Now, the last time I had a broccoli and cheese thing on the show, it was very bad. However, that was steamed, and that was like whole pieces of broccoli. And I think it was really like the stalks were the issue there. So it was mostly stalks, and those stalks were kind of inedible. This is very heavily processed because it is broccoli and cheese like in a breading, right? They're like tater tot looking things. So surely I won't have the same problem. So let's
Surely.
give this a taste. Well, you tell me what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cass?
Well, you know me, I'm drinking my Monster Ultraviolet. I had some Taco Bell earlier today, and I thought about bringing back the Taco Bell review. One of my long-running bits, pre-stream. I have the definitive Taco Bell just views, opinions. Basically, my word is law when it comes to that. So I thought about getting the Flamin' Hot grilled cheese burrito, but then I remembered I was working, and that the grilled cheese burritos fucking suck, are greasy as shit. So I will instead recommend, get it while you still can. Get the chili cheese burrito for $2.99, that throwback decades menu item. Shit's good. It's like it.
That new thing also has like the Frank's Red Hot sauce on it, right?
No, that's a different one. That's the Frank's
Oh,
Red
okay.
Hot Diablo Crispy Chicken Burrito.
Nice. And I'm still on my 2-drink arc, representing the real world, the other world. I have my pumpkin spice latte sachets because I'm good for like a couple of months on that. But I do have a new drink. I have a cold drink. This is a Innocent Smoothie. That's the brand name. This is Blue Jolt. This is guava, lime, apple, coconut water, and blue spiru... Hang on, let me look at this word first. Spirulina. What is that? I know. I have to put it in my body and find out.
Type of pasta.
I don't think that's what's
This-
in the drink.
No. Oh, how's it taste before I say my taste?
I'm gonna go.
Well, then I'll say my taste. These broccoli cheese tots, surprisingly kind of tasteless. I don't know. Like, I'm not getting much out of it. Like, I'm really, what you would want is you would want something with that cheese, right? You would want literally anything to remind you that there is cheese in this. And I'm not getting the cheese flavor at all. I'm
I
tasting
don't go
sodium.
for the cheese in the frozen things when they put the cheese in there. I'm just like, no, thank you. Let me cheese it myself. Let me provide BYOC. Bring your own cheese.
Sometimes it turns out good. Sometimes, like, farm rich, usually pretty good. But this, However, it is not disgusting like the steamed broccoli that I made that I'm pretty sure was just bad broccoli. So I will have this. And how's your drink?
It's pretty good. I'm gonna say a bit too much lime though. Kind of overpowers most of the other tastes. I do like a guava. I haven't had a guava drink in a while. And on the side, I might get to them. I'm not sure. I've got some free from chocolate slices. There's a lot of gluten or lactose intolerant members of my family, so there's usually that kind of food left over. So I get random stuff like that from time to time. So in a bit, I'll have to try those. So thoughts on that? To be determined.
All right. Well, for now then, that will do it for the stream snack.
All right. Okay. Well then, I think with that, we will go over to gameplay and do our story catch up there, just because we've got some backtracking to do, and we can fill that in. And
Real quick, some messages from chat. Slim Janitor says that she had Taco Bell earlier today too, and shit felt like Jesus picking her up like footprints in the sand.
When there were 4 footprints in the sand, that was the Taco Bell Chihuahua carrying you.
Sorry, that's a sneak up on you one. And Ballhead says, Cash, you sounded more healthy. Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. I'm a little bit healthier. It's just everything else that went wrong.
just realized the 2 clues I have are from hours ago in the game. That's not...
Yeah, it's not really dense with the puzzles now, is it?
We've done puzzles since then. So yeah, so we are Alex, Shepard. We do not live in Silent Hill. We live in Shepard's Glen, a town founded by our ancestors. And we come from being in a military hospital. We've come back to find our kid brother, who we want to try and take away from this small town. And
more importantly, though, you're trying to go somewhere else besides where you're going right now.
Well, we need to go backwards, right?
Well, I'll find the map to be sure.
Yeah, I need to go to the parking lot to get...
Yes.
Yeah.
Rick Helms says, I can't wait to go back to Shepard's Glen. That's the homecoming they're talking about. I figured it out.
Yeah.
That's the... Okay. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, game over. We did it. But yeah.
It's solved. All right, Alex, hang it up.
Yeah, so he wants to get his kid brother away from town. He comes there and, the town's... Something's wrong with the town. There's monsters everywhere that he doesn't tell anyone about. And we've run into other descendants of the founding families, and they seem to be having a hard time, and their kids are missing, and when you confront them, they get all weird, and then a giant creature attacks them for some reason. So something bad's going on. I wonder what.
Johnny, map?
Yep.
I don't think you're going the right way. You need to get to the parking lot, which is north. You're blocked off from where you are right now.
But I have to go through the Founder's Garden.
Let me...
Because the other way would take me to...
Mausoleum in the Alex will arrive in a mausoleum in the Founder's Garden.
Yeah.
Move out the north gate of the Founder's Garden.
Yeah,
enter through the west garden. Okay,
yeah.
As long as you...
Yeah, I'm heading back to the mausoleum.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, I see now.
So that way's blocked, but this other gate is not blocked. They've changed it now. Excuse me.
This map's a little hard to read
spawned
on
in enemies.
Oh no, I think
stage.
enemies respawned in, and also just because the combat is not fun, because it is mashing one button most of the time. I ignored most of the enemies here. Plus, we just wanted to get to a save point as quick as possible. Yeah, just need to head up this way. But yeah, so
one of my opinions
I
on
was gonna
survival
ask,
horror is that the combat doesn't need to be good.
I don't think it should be bad though. That's always my thing.
It shouldn't be bad, but it doesn't have to be great.
Serviceable is the word I always use.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it doesn't
Would you
feel
say this
like
rates as serviceable?
if you try and play it the way it's intended, no. But if you play it the way I'm playing it, where this weapon and maybe like the pipe stun locks every enemy, then it is. But if you like try and play it how it's meant to be played when you're doing all this and you're doing the Zelda combat, that's where it gets really janky. And we haven't run into it too much, but some of the bosses have some like deceptively huge hitboxes or small hitbox like hurt boxes, which is stuff you wouldn't think you would talk about in a Silent Hill game, but it comes up in this one. That you're trying to do, boss fights, and you're trying to dodge attacks, and they can hit you even if, the models don't collide and all that. Okay, so I think it was near here.
Somewhere around here. Oh, wait, I see it, actually.
Yep. Oh, it's Kurdish. Note on the bomb? I don't like him. Alright, there we go. I assume there's nothing else to get back this way.
Let me double check just in case there's like a serum or something. There actually is one in the Founder's Garden.
I might have got that one last time. That was the one in one of the mausoleums.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Okay, then we're good.
Right. So I did want to ask Cass, because you are out of the three of us the one who is not familiar with where this story goes. So what is your reading on the story so far, and where do you think it could be going?
Okay, so right now, obviously, the main thread is finding the brother, and clearly our family has always been distant and cold to us, and maybe the favored son being the one that we're going out to rescue right now.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this character is seeking sort of redemption in his family's eyes. These are just like broad stroke sort of things. What trauma he might be packing that necessitates a Silent Hill beyond just, being a war vet. Maybe something he did during the war. Maybe he committed a war crime.
Mm-hmm.
Who is to say? But so
maybe
far,
he is Mr. Agent Orange.
That could be.
That could be his actual last name.
Yeah, it is one of the two colors this game has is orange. What could it mean?
But at this stage in the story, though, I feel like they haven't tipped their hat much to whatever underlying thing could be happening here. I feel like this has all been very surface level and all been very expository and just like setting the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the story seems more concerned, at least right now, with the story of the town more than it is the story of our protagonist.
Yeah. So the one quick thing I was going to mention, and I'll have to pull out the exact quote when we're done with this playthrough, but a point I'll have to make is there's a quote in the Silent Hill 3 Lost Memories guidebook, which I'm not going to blame Double Helix for maybe not knowing about, because it was Japan only. Konami's got a real bad reputation when it comes to guidebooks and releasing good ones outside of Japan. But there's a quote from the lead... Well, I don't think he lead writer on 1, but lead writer of the series from 1, 2, 3, mentioning that this unique power that causes like a person's like inner trauma and things like that to manifest upon entering the town, a la Silent Hill 2, is something specific to the town. So it would make more sense, considering this game is not in the town, for this to be a cult story. And hence why, so far most of the story has been about the town. So what is your reading on those founding families and the two we met, the descendants, the mayor and the doctor?
I would say I don't give a fuck. This is like, when you explain it that way, it's like when... You ever seen the Nightmare on Elm Street movies? Who's the main...
No.
Who's the main character in them? Who's the icon of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise?
Oh, yeah, it's Freddy.
No.
Well, I mean, when
it's
you say Go on. Sorry.
It's Freddy Krueger's house. By which I mean not Freddy Krueger's house, but just the random house that appears in the first movie that they film in. Don't you know? Because they certainly try to set up, like, retroactively that house fucking matters in the plot. And no one gives a fuck about the Freddy Krueger house. No one gives a fuck about Nancy's house in the first movie. No one gave a shit, but they kept trying to push it like it's like like in the last movie, in the shitty last movie, they wind up getting like teleported to that house, and the reveal of the house supposed to be like this big sting scare moment. It's just like, nah, dog, I'm here for Freddy. I come to a Silent Hill game. I don't want to know about the fucking town. Silent Hill is not, like, at least in the original games. Yes, they had,
Well,
like,
remember,
history of town.
we're not even in the town.
Well, okay.
I know what I'm saying though is that I just don't care about the location. I care about the characters.
So I get what they're going for, that because we're setting up the town and we're setting up the cult that is here.
Yeah,
I get why they have to do it.
yeah. A big thing
that
to
we're
mention.
building up to what Alex's deal is, because we're dealing with like a sins of the father situation, right?
Mhm.
Like he's learning about like what the cult did. We're very, very slowly learning about what the cult is doing in this town, and then that is going to come back around and relate to, well, this is how it personally affected Alex, and this is why he's in this fucked up situation. I think we're spending way too long setting that up, though, and not enough time saying, like, this is why this matters to Alex right now, beyond Brother Lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's more the issue.
It's worth mentioning that the big piece of story dump we got at the end of the last episode was finding that secret area under the town hall that had all the stuff about, oh, these are the roles of the 4 families under God, where, like, that's the most, like, cult hint stuff we've had so far.
You've got another photo going on here, by the way.
Okay.
It won't be, it'll be once you get the attic key, it's in the attic, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. It's not mentioned in the game. Maybe it's in the manual. I was randomly pressing buttons. I found out that there are quick select actions on the D-pad.
Oh, they spoil us. By the way, can you find some food somewhere?
Yeah, let me just finish my hacking duties.
Yeah, there's some
there's
food.
the sandwich. There's the fucking sandwich.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yep.
There we go. I waited all of last episode for that. Ay, ay, ay.
It got some good use in some episodes between then and now.
Yeah, but that's the official debut in my mind, because I got the use
Oh,
it.
check out
So.
check out this food, though. Okay, turn on the
Now
flash.
that's a spicy meatball. Right there.
Turn off the flashlight helped a little bit. Looks like Mum made a big dinner.
5 years ago.
Why didn't anyone eat it? It's all spoiled now. Yeah, and
Well,
yeah,
if no one's gonna eat it, I'll eat it.
and, you know, yeah. When was this made? Considering that it's clearly set up for 4 people.
They had guests. You know, they have a life without you.
That's true. That's true.
Clearly, they had a life without you because they didn't want you in it.
Yeah. But yeah, the bit I mentioned there about the quote from the visual writer Waku is a hint to what my post-game commentary is going to talk about, because unfortunately I'm the big Silent Hill nerd, so the lore stuff I'm gonna care about the most. Okay.
Also, to clear some things up, yes, this is pre-recorded. We
Yes,
recorded
I
all
raised
this.
it. We recorded this in advance. We're just very prescient.
Yeah.
The gameplay is being done live. I can tell Johnny, hey, turn around right now.
Oh, don't leave us in suspense, Johnny.
There
For
we
this
go.
bit, yeah.
He didn't say what speed though. I had to guess.
I feel like the right now implied urgency.
Yeah, I had to make a call there, and it's the wrong call. Alright. The doors are locked that way. Also, it came up in the last part, but some weird barbed wire is covering the front door to our house. So we can't get in that way. It's also very glitchy, because it likes to disappear if you're too far away from it. Or looking at it from funny angles.
It's okay. It's okay, Sire. That's just the easiest setup in the world for a joke.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, we've got this beautiful water again. Oh, right. We have this knife that's also a key. And we have a flashback that our dad has a secret room back here.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Josh is in here. That'd be weird.
I feel like the door should go ouch when you do that.
Examine some stuff. Nothing there. Ah, we got the blue steel shotgun.
What the fuck is that monstrosity?
Well,
Let's
you want to take a look at it?
have a look. Has increased damage and holds more ammunition over the regular shotgun.
Ooh, frame rate didn't like turning there for a sec, did it?
No,
What
no.
kind of kit bash
if you-
bullshit is this?
If you turn
What,
it
two
slow
different gun
enough,
models.
it's not smooth. If you do it like really slow, if you do it full speed, it's okay. But there's like no tweening if you do it really slow for some reason.
What an ugly shotgun. Hold on, I'm looking this up.
The attic key.
Okay, so that is supposed to be a Spaz 12.
Alex, you don't really have anything to say
Did we?
about anything down here, do you?
This is what he was keeping down here all this time? Why did I want to get in here so bad?
Okay, so this is funny. This reminds
Mm-hmm.
me. So I mentioned it briefly throughout the playthrough, but I have some pre-production documents courtesy of David Freed, who also.
Well, I have a quick question though, since
Alright.
we're just wrapping up that room. You don't have to go back in there, but have we established what Alex's dad does beyond like the cult shit?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
is he a hunter or is he a butcher?
no, he worked for the sheriff's department.
Okay. All right, go on.
But yeah, so David Freed, courtesy of him, I had some pre-production docs, and one of them is a main story beats part. And there's a really funny note in this part where it mentions, yeah, Alex goes up to the attic, but there's no setup for why he chooses to go up there. We should fix that. And in the final game, there's still
Just let me be, Alex.
there's still no real reason why he goes up there aside from, well, you get a key to go up there.
Yeah. I mean, that's enough reason, right?
Yeah, but I
If you
just
have a
found
key,
it
you're
funny.
like, well, like, I don't have the key.
That like one of the plot holes that people have mentioned throughout the years was acknowledged by the developers like as far back as like over a year before the game had come out. Yay.
Okay, so when you get up here, or
Okay,
when you go up the stairs to the attic,
yeah,
you're gonna hang left.
the same TV my parents had when I left. We're expecting to buy a
That
new
ain't
one,
broke.
but my dad said kitchen in front TV all day. What does he know? I mean, I think you're also right to speculate that the dad likes hunting. Also, there were some pictures of him fishing with Josh.
Well, I mean, he had a butchery room, so I figured
These
out
are
one of
gonna
three
have-
things.
These are Dad's books. He always got so worked up if I touched any of his stuff. And yes,
Are we gonna have an Evil Dead moment here where the mounted heads start like yapping and laughing at us?
I don't know
Are
actually.
you looking for the
Yep.
the book?
Yep. I'm
Well,
pretty sure it's down there somewhere.
I'll check out
believe-
our last episode if you want
Yeah.
the saga of the book.
Alright, so
Alright, yeah, so turn to the left, move past the hanging sheet,
this hanging tree, I assume.
and the photo will be on the floor. Or there.
Hey, this is me. What am I doing?
Hi, Alex.
Oh.
I'm waiting for Patrick to show up in chat again and be like, oh, by the way, the notes at the bottom of photographs. Yeah, we saw a little movie called Memento.
Yo, shouts,
Hey,
Patrick.
you know what? Only one more photo left.
Nice. Ooh, lots of sheets though.
I did appreciate them coming in to clear up the Exorcist 3 reference that they made, though, because I'm an Exorcist 3 mark.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
knowing that I put a lot of things together in that moment when they posted that to chat.
Well, I wondered. Not well hidden. I like the
When you
idea
were a
that the
kid-
dad's has all this hidden stuff, but like not that well hidden.
Cass, I know you had that story about like your aunt's house.
Something very
But
important I want to show you.
Okay.
Do you know what this is? This belonged to your grandpa and his father too. And now we want you to have it. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is the most important thing I could ever give to you.
Is it worth $1 million?
Much more than that. This
Can
is
I hawk it?
all of our family's past and our future.
Can I wear it?
Yes. Joshua, you are never to show anybody this ring. Not even Alex.
But I want to show Alex.
Do you remember when I told you sometimes you must do things and not ask why? Well, this is one of those times.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy.
Why does
Okay,
Alex...
so they're fattening him up for a sacrifice or something.
who do you think they're finding up?
The little brother,
Ah, okay.
the impressionable one, the one that we're rescuing.
All right.
Certificate of release or discharge from active duty. Name: Shepard Adam J. Rank: colonoscopy.
Right.
Pay grade: $6 an hour. Birth date: 1954. Place of entry to active duty: Fort Benning.
Oh, Adam Shepard.
Yeah, that's the dad.
I was like, how old is Alex? I was like, oh
Shepard.
wait. All right.
GA.
I don't need to read all this.
What does
but-
GA mean? It's
Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. Last two assignment. Let's see. I think there is some important stuff in here. Good Conduct
here we
Award,
go.
Purple Heart, Silver Star, Military Education, Basic Parachute, Tring, Area Assault Cruise, U.S. Meal Command, Staff Colleague, Type of Separation, Release from Active Duty, Character Service, Honorable, Narrative Reason for Reparation, Retirement. Everybody, yep. So, he seems to be good at doing the army stuff. Wasn't dishonorably discharged. Had all that experience. Not sure why this says England on it. Fair enough.
The family coat of arms, isn't it?
Ooh, pass the controller.
If only.
Actually, this is a different type of.
Yeah, it's similar. This is closer to what you were expecting the first one to be.
So I was asking. I know, Cass, you had your story about when you were at your aunt's place as a kid. But as a kid, y'all ever like try to explore your house in a way to be like, there's got to be secrets, right?
No, I don't think I mean,
Never?
besides when I was very little, maybe
That's what
when
I
I was
mean.
like, 3 or 4, when I still had a sense of wide-eyed wonderment.
When I was a kid, my house, like, we had an attic, but we had an attic as well. Like a super high attic that's really hard to get to.
Oh, this control's so bad.
That I was always like, what's in there? And then in one of the rooms in the house, there is a very tiny door. It's like a 2-foot tall door that leads into a wall. And I was always like, what's in there? And I never found out. Because there's no
Usually-
handle on the door. It's just a door without a handle. So I was like, I don't want to figure out how to open this thing.
Oh, I fucked this up. Okay, that
Yeah, just
that resets it. Problem is we've got unusual shapes here. We've got lomboys.
yeah.
I definitely did that in our house because our attic was converted into a room and fake walls were put in, so it had like essentially secret compartments. And yeah, if you ever go to like a relative's house that you're not super familiar with, then you would end up doing
Wait,
stuff like that.
If you get to a point where you're like stuck, I do have a guide up.
Yeah.
By the way, Carmen says,
Oh, I'm actually
video
really
games
close.
still haven't stopped doing slide puzzles to this day, and it has to stop. That's a change I can get behind. That's a platform worth voting for, in my humble opinion.
I don't know. I spent all that time learning how to do slide puzzles. It would be a waste if they got rid of them now. Okay. Did it reset?
No.
No, it doesn't reset. I
Oh.
knew it from the first time, you.
Okay, I have an idea then.
Make a load happen?
Yeah.
It'd be downright sinister if it doesn't reset when you leave the room and re-enter.
It would be fine, but sticking those longer pieces into it, like, screws up even the base. You know, I don't know the full technique that Sharky's learned, but I know, like, enough to get the gist of it. Come on.
Well,
There we go.
theoretically, I think these would be not easier because I know there's a formula to doing the standard slide puzzle, but at least this limits your movement.
Yeah.
That certain pieces can only move on certain like planes, vertically, horizontally.
Well, no, they can move on any plane. It's just that they're bigger.
Yeah.
Is
That what it was?
It did not reset.
All right, you're gonna have to solve it.
Okay.
You're gonna solve it.
So I just need to get this piece down to the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, so down top piece, like start rotating. Yeah, and just like focus entirely on getting that to the bottom.
But then I run into this problem.
No, it's got nothing to do with like keep cycling this to get that piece into the bottom right. Or bottom left, I mean.
Now it's gonna be hard doing it like this.
Now if you move this up, then
I really wish I could take the controls to help out.
Yeah. And bear in mind the controls are range.
Bad, yeah. This isn't a case where
Well, no, that's a
you're
dead
gonna.
end.
Yeah, this isn't a case where you're gonna be able to do like the sort of algorithm thing where you work at a corner.
I'm shocked.
This is more of a Klotsky puzzle.
Okay, so at some point I've gone down a dead end. Oh, hang on.
Honestly, this is kind of a mean one.
yeah, these puzzles can fucking go. I get that survival horror puzzles have never been great. They are usually either A, too easy, just like too simple,
No,
like, you know, what are we even doing here except, you know, maybe forcing me to carry around, just wasting inventory slots, which is, you know, their functional purpose. Or B, this ridiculously complex or just like deeply, intensely frustrating in a way that punishes you for just doing random pieces, for just making random moves and hoping for the best.
See,
This is falling into the latter.
Yeah. See, that's why I've always respected Silent Hill's puzzle design. There you don't have to worry about the inventory issue outside of Silent Hill 4. And obviously,
Yeah, some of the ones left up. And move that left. And then move. Yeah.
Thrills and chills in Silent Hill.
I think you want to move that up and to the right. And then start kind of shifting things around over on that side. I think.
No, that's
No.
dead end.
You know what game had some fucking puzzles in it? Little MMO by the name of The Secret World from the creators of Anarchy Online, the only MMO I've ever loved.
Okay, wait, yeah. Yeah. Maybe move that into place and then that up. That over. We can work. No,
I
suck.
I swear there was a way to reset. I gotta say, it's criminal that you can't reset this. I'm surprised even leaving the room didn't reset it. I'm tempted to.
Yeah, that's criminal.
Load a save.
Either that or just leave the house and see if that does it. And then if that doesn't do it. But yeah, so
something tells me it's leaving the house ain't gonna make a difference.
I feel like if you're leaving the house, you might as well load the last save you had.
Okay.
Because there's not that much difference between loading that save.
Did we save after picking up?
You did. You saved after picking up the photo.
Alright.
At the very least.
And I guess I can check as well. And we could enjoy some load screens. Yeah, so
Alright.
Silent Hill puzzles, you know, I'm talking 1 through 3 and a bit of 4. I think stand out because they're less of these like futz around like physical toy things, and they're all, you know, they're based on reading thematic clues that are linked to the story or the characters, and by completing the puzzle you're understanding more about the world as well. Whoops.
You do have the
is least
photo.
interesting part.
Yep. There's Curtis.
Okay. Johnny, I'm going to send you a...
Oh, okay, we're not that
I
far
can
off.
put it in Stream Team. Yeah. I'm going to put this in Stream Team. That is the guide on how to solve the puzzle from where it is.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if those numbered things are different potential starting states or just like, hey, in order, this is where you're going to be at.
Hey, it's that dog. They had the ability to jump down, but not jump up, so... That's all.
Carmen, I can't show. I'm not the one hosting. It's Johnny's hosting.
Yeah. I'm the
So
host
if
with the
we
most.
wanted to show off the ASCII art guide, it would have to be Johnny using the image overlay source to show off that ASCII art that's got posted.
I mean, I can also just post it. And... Okay. Whichever.
Nah, I'd rather show it on stream. Visual reference is the best kind of reference.
And yeah, like, if you get into the really hard riddle difficulty, that's probably the best part to highlight, is in Silent Hill 2 and 3, the difficulty for puzzles was thrown as riddle difficulty, because they were more riddles than they were these kind of Chutsky, like, fiddling devices. And I think I've always preferred that style. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
I do need to...
I'm waiting for, like, one of the puzzles to be one of those Cracker Barrel peg games.
Yeah. I do need a very quick...
I want a survival horror game to straight up do the Cracker Barrel, like, and just have it be, like, life or death stakes attached to it.
Oh! Do you know what you should play?
Saw 3.
I was going to say, the Saw games. Legit.
Was it Zombie Studios who made those? Who made those fucking games?
I forget. I want to say it was a different developer on the second one. But the first
I think
one...
they had 2 developers.
Yeah, the first one, Konami only published when the original publisher bailed out. But the second one, they had more involvement in. Yeah. And
First one was Zombie. Second one was also Zombie. So yeah, they did both.
All right. And I'm just going to... I'm going to use my clairvoyant powers to look into the future. You might see that game on this channel someday. Something tells me, because I've seen it, and it's crap.
Let's get this started nice and early. Zombie Studios, developer of the only free-to-play first shooter I've ever loved, Blacklight Retribution. Yes. There you go. Now, I'm going to forget about saying this, but I'm going to say the exact same thing when we do inevitably play Saw on the show.
Yeah, it's buff. It's bears repeating. Yeah, the first Saw game, my understanding is like it's not amazing, but it's it's fine. It's a bit cheesy, but it kind of fits the tone. But the second one is just terrible. But who knows? We might check with the community if they want to see the duality. There we go.
Hey, you know what movies suck?
Aw.
The Saw movies.
Oh.
But Hostel sucks too, yeah.
I think that first one's okay.
Sure, it's like a bottle movie.
Yes.
It's fine. The first one, functionally.
Never seen it. Zero interest in
it. The little bit of like, hey, that guy in the bathtub, he had the key to get out, but because he struggled from drowning, it went down the hole. But what's the lesson there? When you're drowning,
Jigsaw is a fucking hack.
Yeah. Big lesson of when you're drowning, take your time. Suss things out first.
Remember Spiral with Chris Rock?
The world tried to forget.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember that. All right, can we skip? Yeah, we can skip. Okay.
Out of the way, trauma. I have a puzzle to solve.
Yeah, let me
All right.
get the
You see the
Discord
guide?
here. Yep. So okay, I think we're lucky. I think we are solution number 1. So
Now, I'm not sure if these are solutions or or these are starting positions or if these are like in order.
oh yeah, but
we'll figure it out as we go.
yeah, and then we want number 5 up. 7, 7, 7 right. 6 right. And then 9 left.
9 left.
Oh,
Okay, so this is just the order you need to do, and it's
Yeah.
showing you like it should look like this.
oh yeah. This is above and beyond. I did press down there sometimes because it's on an analog stick. It's like you pressed a different direction, didn't you? Like no.
And 9 up.
Yeah, I can see how this is coming together. Hang on.
Yeah, I think it's just once. I
Oh,
think.
left. Yeah,
Yes.
6 down. 9 right. Oh, the fact it even takes this many steps.
Is fucking bullshit. Yeah.
So
I see how this all
that
goes.
one
Left,
left and up,
up. Number.
and then the
Down,
bottom
right.
left corner.
There we go.
And then
This one
down.
down. Is number 9. Yep, this long boy.
Yep. And then
There we
there you go.
Yeah, that's too specific because I think there's only a couple of ways you could potentially solve that. I think you could break it to the point where you would have to completely reverse your inputs to get back to the start.
Did you
want
want
to
to show that on stream, by the way?
What's the quickest way I can do?
Image overlay. Save the image to your computer. Point image overlay source to that image, then fade it in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, I see that. Yep, that works. Because I have a different image for later. Do want to show? Yeah, there's the ASCII. This was very good, and the fact it took this to help is a
Shout out
sign.
who wrote that guide. Shout out who wrote that
Yeah.
game. Thank you.
You got the name, Chucky?
I'll get it in a sec.
Okay.
I accidentally closed
Oh
the window.
my god, it's a letter from Dad. I have failed, and they know it. They blame me. They should. I swore to protect this town, but I can't. The streets decay before our eyes. The curse we always feared has come before us. Worse yet, the Order has returned, kidnapping and killing with impunity. Brainwashing those they take in an effort to rebuild their flock. Whenever they want to punish us for the exodus of our forefathers, or simply to breathe new life into the old ways, I don't know. But they've taken our people. The only thing left is to face the source of this evil, to fight it, and pray that some hope can be restored. My sole consolation is that I finally opened my eyes to the evil in Silent Hill. I got a letter from my father. Something else here. Like a map of Silent Hill? Did he go there? I need to ask Mum.
I was hoping whenever there's a letter like that, I wish it's read in the style of like a Ken Burns documentary. I failed, my dearest Martha. The Silent Hill.
All right, and shout outs go to Berserker on GameFAQs, who wrote this guide.
Hoss. Yeah, no, thank you very much for that. So yeah, somehow the Order has returned, despite them being completely abolished at the end of Silent Hill 3. But, you know.
We don't know when this game takes place. Ignore when it probably tells you exactly when it takes place.
Yep, don't worry, we will find that out later. Actually, probably in like an hour or two, we will find that out. An hour.
Hey, Mom. Start telling me everything you know about this.
And this is called paper.
I don't know what that is.
Stop lying. I'm tired of it. I know all about Silent Hill.
You don't know anything about Silent Hill.
That's my life motto right there.
I know Dad went there. He went to go fight something. Did he go to get Joshua? Is that where Josh is? God damn it, tell me!
Alex, I'm so sorry.
Stop pretending you care about me! Start telling me what's going on! Josh was the only one
Hard fine, you little shit.
and I can help him. If you tell me the truth.
Oh no, the movies come to get us.
Hey, we're here to fumigate. We heard you have fleas.
Forget the shepherd pig. Let's move.
Forget about Freeman.
It is so weird that the like boom scare effect happens 2 seconds before the mum's grabbed. It's so weird. So Magic Meow's asking, are these guys from the Silent Hill movie? Yes, in the Silent Hill movie, this is the outfits that the churchgoers, who are not cultists, they are witch-bearing Puritan Christians. This is the outfits they wear when they go to explore the town and get resources and fight monsters. The cult in Silent Hill's never worn. They've never had like a uniform or a style. But you know, as I mentioned in history,
I feel like that's
they were
step
told,
one to having a cult.
Well, you know, they don't. The whole thing with the cult is they're meant to be like really undercover. Like their whole thing is they're pretending to be Christians, so they're not supposed to be known. Yep. Oh no, our house. It's gone all Silent Hill-y on us. Oh,
They didn't do the transition for Alex seeing the world warp around him. The other people saw it in real time. The guys in the get-ups.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, that's a sign.
Weird to pace that.
Yeah, at least it's a sign to show that everyone is seeing this stuff.
Yeah, it's a community effort. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Merzbun in chat says $4,000 a month in rent.
There we go. Take that,
Yeah, but it's by the ocean.
Weird banana. To escape to the future, you must know the past. We are bound to our pain. Remember, and set us free. Alright.
Do we
God, all our books
have
went
any
away
idea
as
what
well.
this? Do we have any idea what this zone is called, or we're not gonna know until we save?
Oh well.
Yeah, I guess not until we save.
It's Evil House.
It's still the house.
Speaking of, it's a cracked and worn mask. Looks angry.
Looks blue.
I couldn't tell because there's a horrible bloom effect on
Yeah.
it. There is.
Anything else over here? Nope. Alright,
Oh,
let's save.
safe.
Good time for it.
But yeah, it's good to point that out because, you know, a big theme in Silent Hill 2. Oh, we're in the attic apparently. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It's very roomy up here.
Yeah, someone just they did not actually name this area, I guess. But you know, like a part of an aspect of Silent Hill 2 is that aspects of what the characters are seeing are implied to be slightly different at times. You know, it's even questioned, like, you could even question, oh, are the characters even in these events or not? I am going to spoil you, though, and tell you, yes, they are. Because the developers have confirmed that. It's not all just in your head, Luigi. But
I mean, Silent Hill 3 plays with that a little bit, too. Although, it's how much, you know, Vincent is telling you the truth is questionable.
Yeah. The infamous, they look like monsters to you.
Yeah.
Hey, he's joking. He points out directly he's joking. This mask reminds me of my mother. Although I don't remember her ever looking sad. Then why does it remind you?
What do you mean you don't remember her looking
5 minutes
sad?
ago? It's...
Hey, I got a health drink.
Oh yeah, that's why I said it's questionable how much he's fucking with you, because he is fucking with you.
I mean, he is fucking with you throughout the entire game. Like, he
Yeah.
takes glee in manipulating people and making them feel bad. He is doing it very obviously to antagonize Heather.
Yeah.
The point is, it is a lie. It's misdirection, which is like Silent Hill is all
say
about
it's entirely
misdirection.
I would say it's entirely possible that it's still true that things look different to other people, but he's specifically putting doubt into Heather.
Well, I mean, they
when he
set up that
knows
it looks different to different people with what's her
Yeah.
name in Silent Hill 2, where she says it's always on fire.
Yeah.
Which goes to show that everyone does in fact perceive Silent Hill differently.
Yeah. No,
Which is why having unified Silent Hill aesthetic across games doesn't work.
Yeah. So again, when cult stuff's happening, because it's specifically tied to the god manifesting stuff, that's why it's consistent. We've got a lot of extra holes. Oh, I guess these are bug holes. Can I throw like a grenade in here and plug it up?
It's like an Alone in the Dark puzzle.
Yeah. Or like I'm thinking like Gears of War with the nests. And yeah, Magic Mouse pointed out we're gonna need a plumber to fix the sinks. Alright. To hide her pain, this face she did wear. Trails off. Maybe there's more on the other side? Do you know what that makes me think of? Playtesters did not look at the other side and someone said, oh, we better tell them to go behind. Behind this mask, the heart was laid bare. Well...
Those...
That's a great model to look close in. Well, you mentioned this mask reminded him of his mother, but he didn't ever see her look like this. So his mother was sad, but never showed it. So you can have the sad mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she hides her frown behind. That's the only hint I needed, was just be like, okay, like happy face up front.
Don't you have the angry mask though? For the
other? But he didn't mention it reminding him of his mum. So maybe that's.
Well, let's put it there
else.
anyway, because you have two fucking masks, and it's gonna be
the
one you have.
Okay, I'm gonna spoil you. It won't fix the puzzle. So.
Okay.
Let's check up here. There's a gimmick with this area that will come apparent soon, but I need to check around first. Looks like an meat cleaver.
There was a discussion in the chat whether that was chiller font or a homemade chiller-esque font.
Oh, on the... Yeah, we'll have to get a good look. Nah, this is a key item knife. It's slightly different. So I noticed now that we're in Nightmare World stuff. This area runs way better. Hey, we got the rabbit again.
By the way, did you hear about that? I think new website, the Game Font Library, where it just like says like, "Hey, here's the fonts that all these games use."
Ah, okay.
Handy.
Expression on this boss feels cold, just like Mom. Just like Mum used to make. Hey,
Man,
boy, what did you eat?
Yeah.
Also,
there's a series I used to love on YouTube. I say used to because they ended it. But Another Dirty Room, where they would investigate dirty-ass, lowly rated motel rooms at a time where that was a very novel concept. Got the black lights, all that stuff. And they had this one host, I believe his name was Rick Serra, who was an older gentleman, the oldest in the crew. But he always had just like these amazing one-liners. Like they do the toilet review. You got to do the toilet review when you're reviewing the motel. And there's one toilet that actually like flushes, which is a rarity on the show. And he says, and this has stuck with me forever, man, that could take me on my worst day. Which is just incredible off the cuff line.
Alright, so that should... Okay, so we've lit up one part of this door. And then we've got this lever, and then we've got a bunch of gated off doors. So this is the gimmick of this area.
That you're in a Zelda dungeon?
Yeah. Well, we've got Zelda combat. Might as well...
Go whole hog.
I'll give credit to Tom Hewlett. He mentioned a while ago that Silent Hill is essentially very similar to A Link to the Past. And I was like, oh god, he's right. I can't disprove him. He's got me. It's, the light, the dark world, and you go into dungeons. And when you're in the dark world, like, there's different stuff. It's not as on the nose as Origins, where that is the actual mechanic of you're traveling between the two and you change stuff in each.
That
Just go
reminds
safety save.
me. Yeah, probably a good idea. Of when
Actually, I'm gonna rotate saves based on some stuff I know about this area.
Probably for the best as well. Remember Goof Troop on the SNES? The Capcom Goof Troop game on SNES?
only
Yeah, I
only
do.
vaguely. I know people like it.
There was a long-standing, video game fact. Did you know gaming type thing that said that the engine for Goof Troop is the same engine as Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1.
Huh?
And like people just posted that uncritically and just never interrogated it and just
What would that
passed it
even
off as
mean?
fact.
Yeah.
It means fucking nothing. The word engine means fucking nothing. Engine became a buzzword and became a going concern in like the 2000s. Anything that like ascribes to be like an engine from before then is fucking nonsense. Is people who are poisoned by discussions of like Unreal and Source Engine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true that.
What it means is that this shares like maybe like 1 or 2 lines of code. That, like there's some algorithm they did in the SNES game, still worked in rendering something on the PS1 or like positional data or something like some small element.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's like how
Yeah,
most first-person shooters are still using Quake-free netcode stuff.
Yeah, Resident Evil still has traces of the Gorsh meter.
Yeah, that was originally going to be the central mechanic of it.
I'll give him credit. This looks cool, and this I would actually say is a more unique take than the specific like Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 3 Nightmare stuff we've seen so far. Like this is a lot more old school industrial than I think the visuals of those games. But, I'll give him that. Yeah, let me duck under.
Did you know that Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time run on the same engine?
You get it? The Vile Axe medal? It's a pyramid? Wow.
That's so fucking lame.
Yeah.
Not even just like the pyramid head bit, but like having the dark and twisted version of the Medal of Honor be the evil medal for evil people. Like this is like Star Trek Mirror Universe shit where everyone just has goatees and that's how you know they're evil.
And they're gay. And they're gay.
I mean, we still don't know if we might run into a Medal of Dishonor still.
Well, I got the Heart of Darkness. Anything back here? Nope, just somewhere that I might get stuck if I push too far.
Mers Bun post. The rumor come out. Does Alex Shepard is gay?
Oh.
Oh.
It's because when you're in combat, he moves so slowly. Like he does all these fast attacks, and then his walk speed becomes like crawling. Yo, I was healing. What the fuck?
You're still healing. Okay. Hi, you may be grabbing me, but I'm getting healthier by the second.
Yeah. Funny enough, the grabs usually don't do any damage unless you fail the prompts. It's only the ones that don't have the mash-in that you have to worry about. If I remember right, this bit's kind of awkward to explore.
Oh yeah, it's fucking pitch dark and you're crawling through pipes. This sucks.
Yeah, and hopping over, squeezing through.
And the map doesn't account for all the pipes.
Not really, no. It tries to, but...
I feel like that was an oversight on whoever drew that map.
Maybe there's an order to these medals. That looks familiar. I have to call it out. This is directly taken from Silent Hill 2 when you pick up the flashlight. Alright, let's see.
Which one is this?
For dereliction of duty. Got the Fallen Star medal.
Fallen Star.
It says fear on it. You see, it's a bit pixely.
Does it?
Yeah, under the skull. It's
oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, it's a very low res texture, but it says fear.
This is like a goth cowboy's sheriff star.
Imagine issuing this medal for like abandoning your post, and everyone just like abandons their post because they want the cool medal.
Okay, so it looks like the order is upside down
Star, circle,
heart.
pyramid.
Yeah. Oh, here they let me use the D-pad to select. Not
I
the
didn't.
weird
I didn't even realize you got. I didn't even notice you got the Heart of Darkness one.
Yeah, it was under that thing I pushed. This is one of the few parts where they actually use
the
the
wrong order, by
D-pad
the way.
and they don't use. Oh, you're right. It's star first. Yeah.
Healing Mind says that looks like a medal you get when you kill like 20 people in Halo or something.
Yes. Killing spree.
Monster kill.
All right. That's 2 fins lit up. Now, is there anything else in this attic? Something over there. Oh, there's bullets.
I need to solve all these goddamn puzzles before the DoorDash gets here. I'm not going to get my tacos.
Alright.
I can't just tell them to leave it on the doorstep. They don't do that in this neighborhood anymore.
Now that situation would put me into Silent Hill. That would be stressful enough that'd awake my inner demons that I have to confront them.
Just sentient burritos with boobs.
What's your favorite type of burrito?
Hmm.
So I'm very hungry right now, by the way.
I don't really have a favorite type, I don't think. I guess if I had to say anything, like a steak burrito, but what toppings I get on it, like that's where the wind takes me on that day.
I was really getting turned on to California style burritos, which, you know, not authentico, but French fries in a burrito, good idea. Not bad.
I'll say usually I'm gonna want to get some steak, some cheese, some black beans, and some sour cream. And then, you know, anything else I add is going to just depend on how I'm feeling.
How about you, Johnny, and your Mexican food experiences?
Yeah, I only have like El Paso, which is like a meal kit
Microwavable.
thing. Not microwavable. It's where it's like, here's the seasoning, here's the sauce, here's the wraps. Buy some peppers, like green peppers or red or yellow peppers, kind of thing. So
I assume you're talking about like a physical location, right?
No.
It's a meal kit. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, they give you like
meal
taco
kit,
shells
okay.
and like the seasoning, then you cook your beef
All right.
using
Yeah. That's a.
So I think El Paso. I just think those microwavable ones.
Yeah, I don't think they actually do microwavable ones. Yeah. Okay, so we've lit up 2 so far.
Shout out to that local place, by the way. That we won't say the name of, but I know what you're talking about. I know that place.
Whoop.
And Merzbun asks, have you ever had a French taco, aka a mattress? Those things are fucking amazing. I have to look this up. I know everything about different types of hot dogs. I don't know from...
Oh, the patient in room 206 is scheduled on the go. Trans to the bottom. Yep. Okay, so we've read this before. Ooh. There's the medication. This is not going to come through very easily, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to correlate to Alex's room. The one he had shared with Josh. Like, this is where the bunk bed would be. This is where the, like, that secret room behind the bookcase was. And now it's referencing that hospital room again. Alright. Oh, we got a long one here. Nobody saw when you were crying in your bed. I wanted to help you, but I hid myself instead. The ticking of the clock, then suddenly not. Wait, let me hear. In shadow, I will rot. Under my covers, the doctors kept me in. Only the daylight can save me from my sin.
Time for crazy taxi.
Thank you. I think that's the first time I've tried to do that voice. Oh, that experience of listening to Angry Again prepped me for that.
Well, that track is sweating bullets.
Oh, yeah, but just I've gotten used to his voice from listening to Angry Again.
Angry Again?
This knife looks like it's seen a lot of use. I got a butcher's knife. Oh, it's very blurry. I got a child's drawing. And reminder, If you want to see what the text is for the drawings, you have to come in here. Charles,
These
you must
French
have...
tacos look okay. They ain't tacos, though.
Ah. Charles, you must obey your parents, do everything they say. Little ones who do otherwise, he tortures in the flames. Funny one. Alright, is there anything else in here? No. Oh, Angry Again. Magic Mouse in chat points out Angry Again was made for Last Action Hero. I did not know that.
Yes, it was. Yep, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Okay, so... yeah, I think that's all we can do here, because we need to go down to the basement.
Quick, name the 2 video games that Megadeth has specifically made music for. As an original songs.
Never
Dead and Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. So I guess
did they
there's
make an
more than
original
2?
song just for Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Warriors of Rock?
No, they later released a different version of it, but the one in Warriors of Rock is slightly different from the version they released.
Okay, one of 3 songs.
Is it Gears of War?
Is that for 1 of 4, I guess? Shit.
Or is that song just called Gears of War? I don't know.
It might just be called Gears of War. I don't know if they used it in Gears of War, the video game.
And I guess...
Duke Nukem? Stupid Nazi.
Yeah, is
Duke
that...
Nukem theme.
Yeah.
Specifically the N64 version.
Oh, that's what that's for. Yeah, I knew they did a cover, but I just never knew what it was for exactly. Part of me always thought, oh, was this supposed to be for Duke Nukem Forever if it had come out in like 2001? Kind of thing. I'll squeeze through.
I mean, that's my fun fact that I got corrected on twice in a row.
No, they're prevalent in making music for video game scene. Ah, okay, we're in here. So this is the honeymoon
that thing
again.
that was trying to kill you is
Yo!
just going to chill.
Nice cheeks, buddy. Oh, I got the bogeyman knife.
Oh, the bogeyman.
Yeah. And
legally distinct.
Unlike the knife, which we haven't had much of a look of, but unlike the knife that he's using in this game, this looks a little closer to the original design. Maybe closer to the movie, actually. But this is the confirmation, yes, Pyramid Head is the bogeyman in this. Or the boogeyman, whatever you want to call him. And those child drawings are references to him. There's a special spot for each knife on the board. Alright.
Magic Meow says, bogeyman is how boogeyman is technically spelled. That might be true, but no one actually spells it. Bogeyman.
And then...
they want to be understood.
Okay. So we've got one more puzzle somewhere. I think. Because I don't have any more puzzle pieces.
Gotta make your own. Start carving off that flesh.
And... let me double check in case we haven't been everywhere in the basement area. Oh yeah, I don't think I've looked back here yet. Oh no, I did. Hell yeah! Magic Meow's pointing out WWE legend, the Boogeyman. Boogeyman for the Hall of Fame. Let's make it happen.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm trying to remember what his like fake age he gives. Is it like 24? Something like that. Or is it 30? 30.
30. 30. That's right, I am 50 years older.
How old are you really? 30. What's say your driver's license? 30.
No, when he gets the driver's license out, that's where the game is up. Because he has to read the actual date of birth.
No, I think he just says it enough time that he immediately just goes like, oh, they know I'm bullshitting. And then changes his tune. And then says, okay, I'm 40. But
I'm
blah,
40,
blah, blah,
I'm
blah,
the oldest professional wrestler. It's like, no, you're not.
Listen, I might be 40, but I will eat worms.
Okay.
Signed.
So I gotta look for...
So anyway, what we're getting at here is WWE Boogeyman to play Pyramid Head in whatever when they inevitably reboot the Silent Hill movies again.
Yeah, you'd be wearing the mask and we're like, I'm coming to get you. Pyramid Head is an iconic clock.
Alright, so I think I'm looking...
I'm just imagining Pyramid Head wearing a clock like Flava Flav right now, just having a novelty clock.
Hell yeah.
And he points to me and says, "It's killing time."
I mean, I think if we were really designing Pyramid Head with a clock, it would be directly on top of his face.
Okay, so there's a bug here. This is supposed to be lit up. And it's not. And I think...
Is that going to prevent you from doing anything? That's why you're rotating saves?
No, okay. This is going to be there. We've done this puzzle before. It's just moved the clocks to 2:06. But it control... Like, why is it like this? Up and down rotates, but left and right selects them. And also, I pressed up there. I would have you left or right or up or down to select, and then you press a button to confirm, now I want to move this piece.
You know, we can't have these analog clock puzzles anymore because millennials. But we can't have paper maps in video games anymore because millennials don't know what that is.
Oh, well, I guess we're putting Robbie here for some reason.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Okay, so we got lucky. I've seen playthroughs where people have solved the puzzles, and it might be based on the order you do them in. And one of the lights on this door did not light up, so they didn't think they had beat this area. That can happen here. And I think some puzzles can also, like, fail to complete. But we must have just done it in an order that the game agrees with. It might be, like, if you do them out of order, that the game is like, oh, don't you do that. But yeah, we're okay. We got through that relatively painless.
This has to be right.
Don't worry, you got a cutscene. That's how you know it's right. So what about the guys in the suits who got caught in here?
It's implied they got out the back somehow.
Siam's female side is more vulnerable. Attacking from behind will deal much more damage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Try getting behind an enemy in this game now.
Elle, I thought you were...
She's gone.
Who?
My mom. I can't find her anywhere. The entire town's gone.
I think I know where they are. I found this. I'm not sure what it all means, but we need to get to Silent Hill.
Are you serious?
My dad was serious enough to risk his life going there. That's where Josh is. I'm sure of it.
And also your sister, I guess, and your mom. And...
Wheeler, I thought we lost you.
You're not getting rid of me that easy.
Glad to hear it. We have a lot to fill you in on. In the meantime, can you get us a boat? We're going to Silent Hill.
Oh, with the fade out. Fuck off.
In the next episode of Silent Hill Home... Oh, no. Here we are.
Also lame as fuck that they pretended to kill both these characters off because they couldn't come up with any other way to write them temporarily out of the story.
Which characters?
And it's just like, oh, we're fine. These two.
Oh, because they disappear for a while.
Yeah, because we saw Wheeler get swallowed up by someone. We see the blood trail for Elle.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, psych.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the blood trail. You're right.
This isn't your fault.
No. About earlier today. The flyers.
Forget it. I should apologize. It's just... this place brings back bad
I'm just going to mention it quick. Note that Elle has that jacket. Just note it.
And one day you were just gone. Look, I didn't say it before, but I'm glad you're back. I feel safer with you here.
You and your knife and your shotgun, your pistol and your pipe and your axe.
Hard around us, you know, but you just keep moving forward.
I don't have a choice.
Are we not going to talk about the monsters?
Yes, you do. You could just leave again.
Alex, tell me what you know about Silent Hill.
I know Joshua and I were told 100 times never to go there.
Yeah, my mom was pretty strict about it too.
Yeah, well, your parents are right. I tell you. It all fits. All those things we've seen in Shepherd's Glen, the nightmares.
What do you mean?
Silent Hill is what I mean. The place has bad history. Always has.
You been there?
Didn't need to. I heard enough. When I decided to move east, I was looking at a job in Brahms, working with the police. At the time, they had this cop. I can't remember her name, but she'd gone to Silent Hill.
I can guess.
What happened to her?
No one knows. They found her bike outside of town. But I'd heard rumors about the people who lived there. Let's just say they're not too friendly to people who don't share their beliefs.
The Order.
Yeah. And when I met with your father about working in Shepherd's Glen, he told me I would never have to go to Silent Hill. I guess there's some sort of irony here.
Do you really think we're gonna find anyone there?
Some sort of literary device.
Some sort of storytelling mechanism.
Took her from my mother's room the morning Laura disappeared. I haven't taken it off since.
Wow.
Wow.
That hair.
Shut up. Jerk.
I'm just happy to see that some...
That's Casanova face right there.
Alex, there's a light up ahead. I think we might be at the pier.
What should we do?
Turn off our light. I don't want anybody to know we're coming.
Elle!
A little too late for that.
Yep.
Wheeler! Let go of her!
God, you're fucking worthless, Alex.
Okay, so yeah, two things, and chat picked up on it very quickly. That's a reference to Sybil from Silent Hill 1.
You don't say.
Who is a cop in Brahms, who just disappeared, I guess. Here's the big thing. So Elle, she's wearing like that jacket on her shoulders in that scene. This is confirmed in the design docs. That is supposed to be James Sunderland's jacket. Now, why is it supposed to be James Sunderland's jacket? Because in the design docs for this game, Elle is supposed to be Laura grown up from Silent Hill 2.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
This is essentially cut content.
Okay.
But this was a plan. Like, this is a tie-in reference to the previous games. Is that, oh yeah, we were gonna tie a little bit into the previous games, and it was gonna be, oh yeah, Elle, she's actually Laura grown up. And funny enough, it's brought up in that Voices from the Static podcast that I cited in the history. Tom Hewlett mentions, well, that doesn't make any sense because she's an orphan. So
yeah, you know what?
So you know, thankfully, that entire bit is cut. But then it leaves the weird thing of like, well, why she just have this random jacket? Where's it from? And
stylish.
That's the story behind
And
the
how is that a
jacket.
way to tell what her lineage is?
Well,
she happens to own this.
No, there would be
It doesn't
more.
even look like the fucking jacket. It doesn't even look like the James Sunderland jacket.
It's the wrong color, but there would have been more dialogue reference in it, where she would have talked about. I'd have to look in the documents I have, but apparently, like, there's a character breakdown that goes into, like, being adopted by James, but then being adopted by the Holloway family and all this confusing stuff. Oh look, we got the forbidden.
I'm just imagining the complete on-the-nose conversation they would have.
Yeah.
To be like, "Hey, where'd you get that cool-looking jacket?" And
Yeah.
she'd be like, "My father gave it to me. I didn't know him too well."
Hey, Johnny, speaking of the forbidden hot dogs, you ever seen a video of someone just bite into a cattail?
Yeah.
And it just like explodes in fluff, like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a tear gas grenade going off. Oh, why don't I just go back?
Let's get out of here. Ending unlocked.
The bait boxes are all filled with ash now. Alright. Is there a reason they let me go over here?
You can see that important tooltip, so you can know that all the boxes are full of ash now.
I guess so. Alright. Yeah, we're in Sunny Hill. Well, you know, let's get off.
Great.
The
I'm
lake.
glad we built up that other town. I'm glad we built up Shepard Glen, where I presume we will not be going back to for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Cool.
Maybe depending on the endings. We'll get into that. Ooh, careful. Alright, let's duck under again. Detour ahead. Ah, never mind.
You know, one of these days you're gonna fix that road.
It looks like this happened a long time ago. So how have people been getting into town, and how the hell am I going to get out?
Well, you took a boat, so...
And also, Alex, don't you remember all those random sinkhole roads that appeared in your place? Maybe... maybe something unnatural is happening, Alex, maybe?
Alex, thank God you're okay. Listen, they've taken us to the prison. It's horrible. They took Elle and they're about to...
Wheeler, come in, Wheeler. What did they do? Wheeler!
Don't interrupt him, idiot.
Yeah.
I would like, in like the 11th hour of this game, for Alex to say like, "Oh, I got a bad feeling about this."
Wait, something's not right. Imagine a Silent Hill game with Forspoken writing.
It's not. Oh yeah.
Well, that just happened, and it's this pyramid head like desecrating a corpse.
That's not far off from the short message, honestly. Some of the dialogue in that. Oh boy. Okay.
You find a weapon in Silent Hill, and your character just goes, this is awesome sauce."
Be more like, "Oh yeah, now we're cooking."
I got a child's drawing. Yeah, let's see.
Gotta be one of these.
Beating cleanse the soul, they say, and that is what he'll do. If you don't control your anger, then you'll feed his anger too.
You know, I have kids draw art for me on my job.
Nice, nice.
You know, some of it I save. I don't save every single one, though. Alex just compulsively collecting all these children's drawings, having them, like, you know, folded in his back pocket the entire time he's on this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't buy it. Beleaguers believability.
Well, remember, it was a late game development to add an explanation, on the dog here, for why, you know, Pyramid Head shows up. Cold beer? I know this store. How? It's a Toluca bait shop. Dad would never take us here, even though this shop had better prices. He always tried to spend as little time in this town as possible. How do you know this, Alex?
How does he remember this? Also, didn't they specifically talk about never going to Silent Hill?
Yeah.
So it just contradicted itself?
Yeah. Well,
by the way, now that we have the Silent Hill map, I guess we might have had it earlier, but we can see the street names.
Yeah,
is it only the one
Sagan
street?
Drive.
There's a bigger map at some point that I'm waiting to get to because there's a thing I want to discuss with it.
You would think that it would be the same streets as the original Silent Hill, but we'll see.
Oh, this is weird. Okay. I remember my dad and several deputies were sent here to help stop a riot. It was 6 days before he came back home, but he never once spoke about what happened over here.
Doesn't seem like his dad's the most talkative dude in general, so I don't know what's so spectacular about that.
Thank God. Where are you?
I'm at the prison, but I can't get in. Is there another way?
There's an entrance on
Yeah, commit a crime.
Be careful.
But, you know, there's at least references here of like, okay, this town was functioning as a thing. It's a bit weird with where... Okay, I can't talk about it too much, but you see there's already this whole... You know, there was... Okay, here we go. There was... Oh, where do you find them? The memos.
What are you looking for?
But, you know, this memo of like, oh, the evil of Silent Hill. It's like, but Mayor Bartlett was coming here. You were coming here on police jobs. Like, he didn't seem that bothered about coming here. Okay.
I mean,
so
I figured they were coming here because they not because they wanted to, because they had to.
Well, Mayor Bartlett apparently was like working on a gardening place in his little bit. Okay, so this is Central Silent Hill from Silent Hill 1. But this is what it looks like in Silent Hill 1, right? And when you see how this map has changed, it gets very confusing. Because you can see, Simmons Street, there's a bunch of buildings there. There's the town center, and then there's roads that go off further from there. And then at some point, all of that just like fell into the lake. I guess erosion is really bad in Silent Hill. It goes at a really fast quality because like all these roads are missing now. They decided to put a fucking prison here right next to the bait shop. They blocked off Sagan Street from this where we are. The blue marker is also Sagan Street. This map change is so confusing. It's like if you want.
I would just buy that Silent Hill is like amorphous, that it changes.
I would also buy that it's been maybe like over a decade and they've done a lot of
I know, but the entire streets are just in the ocean. Well, not even the ocean, the lake now is a bit much. And also just
so I live in Louisiana.
Why is there a prison like in the like this is like a town center, right? Like there's a hospital right there. Why would the penitentiary be in a town like this? Like I don't think that's common for like a US town. Surely not of this size. It's just it feels like functional.
It's whatever it needs to be.
Yeah,
it's whatever they need it to be at any moment in time.
Yeah, that's more what I was gonna say. It's like this feels like a functional redesign more than a. Oh, isn't this cool? You're going back to this place, and it's like, yeah, but then you've completely changed most of it.
I mean, is Silent Hill and Silent Hill 1 the same as Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2? Were they slavishly devoted to their topography?
You go to a completely different part of the town. The only part that's linked is you can see a little bit of the old Silent Hill where... Well, you can't go there, but it's on the map. You can see the top where the amusement park is. You can kind of see where the maps will connect up. I just realized there was a entrance in the graveyard, and I haven't been in there, so I'm going to check that quick.
Yeah, I think I fundamentally disagree with you on this one, in that I think just change it up. Just change it for sake of changing it up. Just say, like, yeah, no, this town, like, it's hazy. It's like a dream. Like, even when you're in this state, even when you're not in, like, the flesh steel aesthetic version of it, it's still like barely a real place. It's still like something out of a dream, and like it operates on dream logic.
Okay,
I don't even need to go. I don't even need to go as far as dream logic. I'm willing to buy like, hey, like there is a town that exists here, so there is a tourist town. Like they could have like gotten a new mayor, funded some infrastructure projects, cut off that street. A flood could have happened. Like, there's like grounded reasons why the town could look different too. It's like whatever.
Okay, how about the prison being that close to the other stuff?
Well, the thing that doesn't make any sense about that is that they're calling police from out of town to like solve all their fucking issues, but they got a penitentiary on site. Just logistically, it doesn't make any sense.
I feel like if we also accept that the town is more or less, run or funded or secretly run by all this cult shit, then yeah, maybe they do want like a place in the middle of town that is like a fresh supply of bodies that no one's gonna miss.
I know what's going on. Sometimes I hit the trigger and he just does not fire. So I'll say specifically, like the cult was always supposed to be powerful in the town, but never, like literally running the town. They're more kind of supposed to be, like really undercover kind of thing. Like they're not, they're not secretly controlling the mayor, but they are.
Or maybe the mayor was a dipshit.
Oh yeah.
Like if people are agreeing to let AI processing centers get built in their cities to destroy them, then, sure, a penitentiary.
And also, like, I don't know, like, you don't meet, like, residents of Silent Hill, really, besides, like, the key figures. You don't see people walking down the streets. Like, in my mind, it's never been a real town. It's never been a functional town, so I guess I'm coming at it from a different angle than Sharky is. In my mind, like, Silent Hill is a construct. It's an idea. Just like the Joker and just Jared Leto. I'm an idea. Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a real town because people had to be there to start the cult and shit.
Yeah.
It was a resort town too. There's an argument I guess you could have as to whether like was the town fully abandoned years ago, or do the characters you see come to Silent Hill never see the real Silent Hill? Are they in the shadow version at all times?
Yeah, if you were gonna argue that because of whatever evil thing is happening right now, it has like physically changed the landscape, sure. Problem is, like Alex mentions, I have this memory of my dad coming to the town to fix this, to help with the prison. So the prison is there in the real world, in canon. Okay, whatever's going on with the cemetery, I don't think I can do yet. But yeah, no, like the developers have always insisted, like, it's supposed to be a real town. In Silent Hill 3, Heather and Douglas like ride into town and book a hotel room, a motel specifically.
But then you never see any of the people like filming those interactions.
Well, there's a specific reason for that, because like Heather coming to the town like is bringing the cult shit, because she's got the god inside her. So it's not long after she gets to town that everything goes to shit. And and there's an argument for like what happens to the people. Like, we were talking about the thing with Vincent and, like, they look like monsters, and the idea that it's people being changed. Like, that is an interpretation you could use.
That's not interesting to me. I like it better, like, when things are unexplained.
Well,
sometimes.
Things are unexplained, like, where the people go. And
but I mean, in terms of like Silent Hill, like having like a history, being a functional town, I never want to hear the developers say, yeah, when when it's not like being occupied by video game protagonists, yeah, people are driving, commuting to work. There's industry there. There's a guy who owns a corner store. His name is Mr. Williams. He gives candy to the kids. Like I don't want to know this shit. I don't want you to give me any answers.
Well,
I want Silent Hill to just be like this dreamy nightmare place.
The thing is, like, that's a you could say, like, that is a town that exists, but it's not a town that anyone who comes to Silent Hill, like, anyone that we will ever see come to Silent Hill is ever going to actually see.
Yeah.
Because, like, the people who are drawn to it's like, something about this place draws people into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're drawn into it, they're not drawn into the resort town Silent Hill. They're drawn into the real Silent Hill. They're drawn into the otherworldly, fucked up, punishment dimension city that it really is.
Yeah. It's like the big thing with Silent Hill 2 is that because of James, like you're playing as James and his psyche is the one you're seeing manifest, that's why the town looks so decayed and like abandoned, like no one's been there for years. But that's not actually what's happening. It's just that's the reality for him when he's in that space. I do find that that is interesting as your take, just because the games, and Silent Hill 2 especially, do so much to set up, like, this is what, you know, you don't see it, but you see the evidence in the memos, in the factoids you find around the town of, like, oh, there is, you know, despite everything, a functioning town going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, to me, it's like the point I made at the very beginning about Shepard's Glen, which is like, I just don't care about like the setting outside of, like, when it's this surreal, when it doesn't resemble reality, when you have a town like that's caked in fog with roads that go nowhere. I'm like, I just don't buy it at all. Just have it be like a weird place, a weird realm of existence, an alternate plane, and then don't expand on it any more than that. Just have it be a place that people visit in their mind palace.
Like, you don't really explore, like, within most of the games, you don't really explore Silent Hill as, like, a place that actually is, like, a normal town. Like, you will
but you just read a million notes
town.
about it. You read a million documents and notes and scattered clues about it that fill in the context for it. I'm just like, strip that shit out.
Well, usually, when you're filling in context, it's, hey, this is why this place is fucked up. Like, you know, you're reading about, like, serial killers and stuff, and, like, cult business. So, like, even when you're picking up information about, like, you know, the quote-unquote real Silent Hill, the artifice of Silent Hill, that as it appears to people who aren't there to be punished, like, you're still only picking up the bits on how, like, the evil, like, perverts everything around it.
Power from across the street.
Just messed up. Cass doesn't want to go to Happy Burger, the burger chain from Silent Hill.
It's like, I guess what's making me just like annoyed by the logistics of this is, like, you know, it's this game. I didn't need to know that Silent Hill had a town rivalry with some other town.
I'll be
like,
I'll be fair.
Yes.
I'm when it comes to Shepard's Glen, I'm with you there, because it just feels like a slightly, it's like a smaller version of Silent Hill, literally. So it's like, okay, so it's all the same shit. Okay, like, you're not adding anything new here. I think there are some interesting ideas conceptually that we haven't quite got into fully yet. But just the idea of just, oh yeah, some of the people who settled in this town of Silent Hill decided to settle, like, on a different side of the lake, and just happened to have a very similar history. It's like, yeah, there's not really much there to catch my interest. It's funny though, you mentioned about, like, not ever really wanting to see the town. I don't know how fans would feel about it. I would champion the idea of someone trying to make a Silent Hill game that actually has, it still is a horror game, it still has sections like this, but it actually has a section where you're not in this stuff, like to actually see the perspective of how do people living normal lives grapple with the weird the rep of the town or mysterious things happening, like to see that perspective.
That's the last thing in the universe I want to see.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a story that needs to be told.
But I also know, like, you quit Silent Hill, you already know the answer to that, so you would probably have to do an original setting anyway.
Yeah.
Also, I just find the texturing funny here, this corner.
Yeah, it's a bad corner.
I disagree with Cass on, like, the idea of, you know, the placid Silent Hill existing being, you know, uninteresting. But if we were to get a game that, you know, lets you be in that Silent Hill for any extended period of time, then it would become uninteresting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be hard to pull off nowadays. What I'm basically,
that's game over on this fucking franchise.
What I'm basically suggesting, though, is just Deadly Premonition when I think about it. Because Deadly Premonition is like, oh yeah, there's this kind of kooky, small town America thing, but then it has, like, you know, a trippy version underneath.
Now, Deadly Premonition, there's a game where I like the town, where the town is genuinely a character, and the characters that inhabit it in their daily routines are, like, you know, integral to that plot, right? Are integral to the narrative and into your motivation. The same way that Twin Peaks the entire appeal of Twin Peaks back in the day was that you fell in love with the town, is that you saw Cooper fall in love with the town and you fell in love with him, and you see yourself living there and wanting to solve this terrible mystery at the center of it, so people can get on with their lives, right? And I again, different types of horror, and I guess when it comes to me,
I would say prior to this game, like the way that Silent Hill treated the normal Silent Hill was really hands off. Like Silent Hill 1, what was the normal Silent Hill? It was like whatever it was before the cult fucked everything up. Everything's fucky. Silent Hill 2, what was the normal town? Well, that was where
I got attacked at the cutscene. Sorry.
Silent Hill 2, what was it? It was the resort town that you and Maria were at one point in time. Once you get there, that's not the town you're in anymore, and et cetera, et cetera. It's like the town itself as it exists in its normal state doesn't matter, isn't a factor. The most you get are the notes, and even those notes are like, here's everything fucked up happening that's contributing to the evil in the place you're in right now. This game, though, is definitely putting more of an emphasis on politics between towns and the waking world people in a way that the series
versus
didn't
Eagleton. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the idea of sound, being like this, being this duality, is itself a bad thing. But the way this game is focusing on too much of politics is making it uninteresting.
Yeah, that's definitely unique to this in the way that it is over representing that stuff. Look, I absolutely get where you're coming from, and logistically, I agree that you need to have, for the benefit of people who are just I need some sort of fucking logic here, right? People are gonna go crazy if there's not at least some amount of groundedness to this. So I get it. It's just for me, I never think about the cult stuff when I think of Silent Hill. Honest to God, the entire cult, the entire aspect of the town, that stuff is a cool fifth in my mind. I'm thinking about the fucking characters. I'm thinking about Heather. I'm thinking about what she's going through in her emotional journey, and and her father, and coming to terms with who she is. And I'm not thinking for a fucking millisecond about what is about the plane of reality and where it intersects with her world, because it's the entire game is an allegory for her own emotional coming of age. That's what matters.
All right, let's read this quick. Paul Russell Douglas, I don't know what happened there, was executed for the murder of 8 children in and around Silent Hill and Shepherd's Glen areas, according to court records. He offered no resistance as he was arrested and strapped to electric chair. Witnesses and reports watched. This execution is not going to stop anything. I've worked and waited for this day. All that's left is to rejoin my lord. After preparations were complete, Douglas received a sudden blast of electrical current, followed by a 2-minute stream that jolted him back in the chair. He was pronounced dead. What that has to do with anything? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I can reference something though. I was talking earlier about weird references to the older games. I don't know exactly what the use of this was supposed to be, but it's still on the disc. They fully recorded a therapy session with a young Walter Sullivan, the main antagonist of Silent Hill 4, for this game. I don't know what the usage of it was, but they recorded it. You can find it on the cutting room floor. They did the whole thing.
That shit sucks so bad. I think all these callbacks to previous games are fucking lame as shit.
Yes, I'm with you there.
You could also for at least some of these say at least they cut it.
Yeah.
At least at some, it sucks, but at least at some point somebody had the good sense to go you know what, maybe Elle shouldn't be Lauren.
Yeah.
And I guess we credit that to who's the developer that's reportedly contentious, Johnny. You know the one.
Tom Hewlett definitely was the one being the most vocal about, hey, this stuff doesn't make sense. But also, it sounds like, at least talking to collective developers, i.e. Double Helix, that a lot of that stuff just got cut because they couldn't get it in time. How much of it was cut because Konami actually stepped in and said this didn't fit canon is questionable. Definitely whoever that original producer was did not seem to really care or pick up on that stuff. But you know, there was something in that a document where Tom Hewlett mentions, like, you know, hey, people didn't see the original version of the story. I tried to make it fit canon, and that's, some fans would disagree. And you know, I do think he understands the canon of the series better than most of the developers on this, but you know, I think he gets stuff wrong too. The problem is like, it's weird to say because it comes off like very elitist, but I always wonder like how much outside of the like core writing team fully get Silent Hill. Heck, like Akira Yamaoka even said that. But you know, I want to be proven wrong on that. I'd love to be wrong and see someone who can do a game that isn't just gonna go like, we're just gonna kind of ignore the history and do like very tenuous links to things. And you just, I know why I'm doing this first, but I'll do this, then I'll save.
I mean, Silent Hill is at its best when it is just characters exploring their own headspace.
Yeah, well,
Alright, so let me ask you.
Okay, you
let
ask
me ask
that.
you, Cass, then.
I do have one.
I feel like this is a question we need to ask, but I just want to.
Shh, Charky, go.
I feel like there's a question. We definitely already talked about this, but I just want a refresher. What's your favorite Silent Hill again?
Silent Hill 1.
Okay.
Before it was tangled up in webs of, like, you know, it's a standalone story.
If anything, the first game is the one that's most about the cult.
Yeah, that's
it is about the cult for sure, but it's also about a father's journey to find his daughter.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's about more than one thing.
He meets along the way. Like, you know, again, it's about more than one thing, but the element that I care the least about is the cult stuff. Like, I acknowledge that it's there and that it is fundamental to the story, but ultimately it is just a gear. It is just something that churns in the background to move the story along, in my mind, to give you, like, you know, things to fight, an explanation as to why things went rotten, but ultimately it's just set dressing. It's just window dressing for the introspection of the characters.
And I will say, as being, like, the first game in a series, and I'm not saying that the Silent Hill series got there immediately. Like, I'm not going to say 3 was like this, but with the first game of the series, you know, you don't have really the as much of the risk of feeling like they're obsessed with lore, because like setting up the cult stuff is just setting up the premise of the game.
Yeah, no, that's totally
like
fair.
if you explore the cult stuff in the first game, it's because this is the first game. You're introducing what the thing is. When you get into stuff like Homecoming, that's, you know, now we're getting into more of the navel-gazing territory of trying to disseminate, like, oh, what if there are splits and sects within the cult in this town and that town.
Speaking of cults,
the greatest monster of them all.
Man.
Okay. But also, oh, they know my special moves. Doesn't help them, but
my God,
because
they move like you do.
Because they dodge once and then get hit by the combo stick. Okay, so the last question I have related to that is just, I think you could argue it's partly set dressing, but also I think I appreciate the cult stuff in Silent Hill 1 and 3 more about its commentary on the effects that kind of indoctrination and the stuff that the children who go through that go through. You know, like everything that happens to Alessa growing up, and then you get to see kind of the opposite of what happens to someone who is indoctrinated and then has to like live with the broken remnants of that in Claudia. And I think that's what I get out of it. Not to say that, oh, how everything works is super important. Like, oh, these rituals have to make sense.
I mean, it's good that they develop ancillary characters in those ways, right? That Alessa is sort of like the side concern. You can, like, you know, chart her story through, like, you know, that experience and whatnot. Then it eventually does tie into the, you know, to the more like,
oh yeah, because all like pretty much all
protagonist-centric narrative.
Yeah, because most of the imagery, like the horrors you're seeing, are all tied to her and the things that were scaring her more than you. Okay, let me see this map we've got.
It's gonna be a weird example because of like the way that, you know, like that character is layered and whatnot.
Yeah,
but you know, so a better example would be like Silent Hill 2, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sorry for how loud this area is, as Merzban mentions in chat.
I keep meaning to like do Silent Hill 4 this season, but I got so many other things that I've been wanting / needing to play right now. Like, one thing I actually do need to play, or two things I actually need to play, that I think I still want to do something L4 this year, but it's just not going to be Halloween season at this point.
Yeah, no, me and Magic Meows, Carmen, our moderator, friend of the show, and chat will talk about some of that on Blue Sky. That, you know, I still appreciate the game, but it is a hard game to like, as its issues. Let me pay attention to this. Boiler needs to be shut down, closing off any of the other systems before the boiler is closed, result in the system reset to prevent damage to the facility. Okay, so we at least know step 1 is the boiler, which is on the ground floor, which presumably I already turned off. Oh, maybe we're going to get a rifle soon.
You know, just as like a random aside here, not a completely random aside. Like, if you want to know, like, you know, the things in horror that like I enjoy, like the moments that stick out with me, like I'll give you my favorite scene in a horror movie. If you can call Aliens, plural, the second one, in a horror movie of sorts, it's definitely, like, you know, scary. Favorite scene in that movie is Ripley on the elevator gearing up, and she has this moment. It's literally just like a one shot where you see Sigourney Weaver's face, where you see, like, you know, she like has the last moment of fear in her and like realizing what she's about to do, and then she lets go of it because she's a woman on a mission, because she's a mom looking out for her daughter. And it's that entire dynamic between her and Newt is, like, you know, that is the centerpiece of that movie to me, is that mother-daughter surrogate relationship. To me, that is the thing I love. And in Resident Evil 2, for the video game example, Resident Evil 2 Remake, I still prefer my Resident Evil 2 from back in the day for reasons. Nostalgia, probably a lot of it. But there is one thing that I absolutely fucking adore RE2 for doing, and it is fleshing out the dynamic between Claire and Sherry, where there's my favorite scene in that entire game, and all of RE2 Remake, is you're going down in an elevator or up in an elevator, like in the Umbrella Research Facility, as Claire. Sherry's with you, and there's just like a moment. This is after Sherry's mom dies. Spoiler alerts for Resident Evil 2. And there's like a beat, and then she looks at Claire and says, Claire, okay. I'm really glad I met you. And Claire says, yeah, same here. And it's just like a tender moment. Those are, to me, the reason why I'm raising this point is because, to me, like, the thing I always go to in stories is character. And so, like, that is, like, always gonna be my number one with the bullet. And I understand the function of, like, having, like, a setting and establishing a setting, how that can be essential, and, you know, having other elements to it. But I think the thing that every story needs on some level is character. At the end of the day, the main part of a story to me is what the characters are doing, the action being driven, and, like, the hero's journey.
Well, as an aside, and I do mean this as a completely random aside, a friend of mine, his name's Pat, he showed me his Halloween costume this year. He's going as Patatouille. He's dressed as a line cook with a chef hat, and under his chef hat is a little plush of himself, also wearing a line cook outfit. And
very cute.
Like, I think it is the best Halloween costume I've seen.
Tangent to that tangent, this is costume related, not necessarily Halloween related. When I was in elementary school, like 3rd grade, 4th grade, we had a career day at our school, and you were supposed to come in dressed in the costume of what you wanted to be when you grew up. So, you know, obviously, like, you know, half the kids are firemen, half the kids are cops. And the idea that I pitched to my mom was, I want to come in as a homeless guy. I just want to see how the teachers react. And she's like, yeah, it's real funny, let's do it. So she got me, like, you know, all greased up and got me some ratty clothes, and I showed up and I told my teachers, yeah, I want to be homeless when I grow up. And they wrote a letter to my mom just being like, we want to express some concern. We're worried that your child is setting a poor aspiration, has a poor self-image. It's just...
When I was in middle school, we had to do this thing where we all had to dress as historical figures and give, like, a short little speech about, you know, our historical figure's life. But the thing was, we didn't get to choose who we were. We were assigned who we were. And the teachers assigned, they said, okay, little Sharky, you're going to be Gandhi. And even then I was like, I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't. I should not do this. But they made me. I don't know. I just went in as plainly as possible and said, yeah, Gandhi. Here's what Gandhi did. Because I didn't want to do shit.
That's how Ben Kingsley should have played it back in the day to not be problematic. And then the movie Gandhi. He should have just been like, yeah, you know, I guess I'm Gandhi. Here's some ideas I've been cooking. That's Gandhi.
Hold on, I'm a little tripped up. Boiler being the first step.
Maybe there's an order to these medals.
Alright. That reminds me of a similar story. We had a specific lesson around World War II. We were covering a lot of the kids who were in, you know, like the big cities that were sent off to country families to get out of the Blitzkrieg areas. Okay, that's done. And they were like, hey, come up with a fictional kid and you'll kind of dress era appropriate and basically like role play a made up character. And as a, you know, a silly bit that like a, you know, a kid would make, I would have probably been like 13-ish, 12, 13-ish at the time, I think. I called my kid Robert Bob because it's intentionally silly to have essentially the same first and last name.
Yes.
And the idea that I did that on purpose seemed to go over the teachers' heads. They're like, oh, that was silly of you, Johnny. You gave him the same... It's like, yes, I'm aware. That was the bit. And just, like, and because the teacher's attitude was that, I don't think the class picked up that it was an intentional gag either. Okay. Well, this
story of my life is trying to incorporate bits into school presentations and the teacher never finding it funny.
Yeah.
And then none of the students finding it funny either, but me finding it hilarious.
I did have that work once where I made a PowerPoint presentation and the clip, I didn't use clip art, I used like very strange images, and that I managed to do. I think it was because it was for like a media music class where the younger teachers tended to be. Okay, so we've turned off the boiler, I think. That's number A. I think I've already tried B and C, so I'm going to try that crank in the middle and see what that does.
Honestly, for me, it just led to my bits getting progressively more weirder and outlandish to the point where it's like, either you recognize this is a bit or you think I'm absolutely insane, and either one's fine.
I used to, in math class, when I didn't understand the material, which was often, because I was never a math person, when I didn't understand like anything happening in class, I would just count how many times the teacher said the word "the," and then whenever I got called on, I would just be like, "You said the word "the" 267 times thus far."
Okay.
So I think Davis thought I was
big step sibling Sharky. I need help with the game.
I don't know.
See,
the puzzle guide actually stops.
Huh? Okay.
I mean, I could go find.
Yeah,
this
see
place.
if you can find it. I'll futz around a little bit.
Sliding puzzle. Okay. Oh, here we go. BAC is the order.
Okay, then why did it say do the boiler first? This is the main turbine. Oh, whatever. We would have got there eventually, but
slime.
Yeah, we'll fix that up.
People are complaining about this area, by the way, and
yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, especially because it's just, if you're doing it wrong, you're just wasting all this time because you just have to walk between everything and keep climbing. I mentioned, like, again, a big chunk of this game is just travel time. It's just busy work. Oh, there's one more thing I want to mention about cult stuff that I do appreciate about Silent Hill is they do take a lot of real-world references stuff. Especially Silent Hill 1. original like director producer of that game, Toyama, I forget his first name. He must be really into occult stuff, hence making the Forbidden Siren series. Because like the references to like the Flaros and I'm not gonna get the pronunciation right, but what the drug that the White Claudia makes and the things like that, like he must have gone deep diving into occult stuff, Western occult stuff.
Hang in there, Wheeler. I'm heading back.
Alright. And now it's even darker. Just wanted to check. Okay. Oh no!
Wait, do they have guns?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You have a gun.
Yeah.
Why should not they have guns as well? Wow, smooth. Can you shoot them off of the ladder while they're climbing it?
Oh, I was trying to, but my guess is going to be no.
By the way, this gunplay looks like fucking
Yep.
dog shit.
Okay, what if you were holding two guns though?
Again, there's no
Then
there's no acceleration. It's just directly tied to how far you're pushing the stick. It's one of the worst. Like
that and
feeling...
the enemies, the way the enemies move, the way they barely fucking animate, the way they stall before shooting, just ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, put this shit back in the oven for another like 10 hours.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think people assumed they had done this to like, oh, Silent Hill combat, it's meant to be hard and hard to deal with and bad and whatever. Nah, based on everything I've talked to the developers, it just seems like they were not great at combat. Like David Freed said that. We've had Patrick Doobie mention that. Like David, it comes up because this is built off of the Da Vinci Code game they made. But he specifically mentioned like, yeah, someone higher up forced us to put combat in that game, and I was vehemently against it. And yeah, I can't...
Who made Shattered Memories? That was Climax, right?
That was Climax, yes.
Yeah.
Which that was kind of
what
their
else did Climax make?
Origins, a lot of driving stuff.
Yeah, the driving stuff is what I remember.
Yeah, they were also a bit of a mercenary studio. Okay, so I think we can go to the Overlook Penitentiary. But I'm wondering as well if nope, right button. Sapphire is a birthstone for September. Oh, it's good I examined it because I wouldn't have known that. December.
Oh, Cass, you know what they made? You know what Climax made? Crusty Demons.
Yes,
that's right.
So I might be able to do more in that cemetery. One cemetery was not enough. We needed a second one, obviously.
Well, they're spooky. Don't you know?
You know what? I think the church is somewhere we go later, so I'm not even going to bother checking that.
But I was gonna say I like a Shattered Memories a lot conceptually for all like the psychology test stuff and the way that you're making choices whether you know it or not that impact like the way the world plays and the fact that there's no combat in it. Like, I don't mind combat. I like having combat. I think survival horror generally does well with combat and limited resources. That's probably my favorite gameplay hook in these things is like the resource management to a certain extent. But I also can appreciate a game that's just like, we're not even gonna fucking try. Let's just say if you're dealing with the baddies, you've already fucked up. You need to be running away from them. You'd be getting out of the situation as quickly as possible.
Personally, I think that the way they handle the psych stuff and the choices by looking at stuff is kind of
it's a bit too obvious. It surfaces too much info, and especially if you ever play the game a second time, it completely breaks the illusion. You pick up how little or directly stuff's changed, where it's like, well, you colored in that picture of the house of the psychiatrist, it literally colors in a house that you see in a cutscene, and that's all it does, and stuff like that.
I think clumsy's word I was trying to search for there, because there's like stuff in there where like, now granted, I agree. I think the no combat thing, I think that's fine. I think that's cool.
I'd say that
but
the stuff that you're talking about is more conceptually neat. I like conceptually neat. It is clumsy. It is absolutely hackneyed in some of its ways, but it's still a fun direction to take it.
I'm just thinking,
I do have to point out though.
I'm just thinking of the fact that like you're essentially, depending on what you think is the ending you want to get, you're kind of punished just for looking at stuff in the environment. Like if like there's a hallway and it's full of posters, and you look at a poster because it's on the wall, the game's like, oh, you're horny. I'm putting that in my notes here.
Yes, that's the big issue with that system in that one. The thing I was also going to mention is it is also essentially a take on what Silent Hill 2 did. Like, it's just a more direct kind of spell out to you version, but the endings in Silent Hill 2 are meant to tie to how you... Whoa!
What?
Oh, you're right, you're right, Cass. What's going on in this town? It ain't real. All sorts of spooky shit. But, yeah, like, because, you know, in that game, like, if you're protective of Maria, or if you're dismissive of changes endings, or if you're take care of yourself or are very aggressive in combat, something I think the remake messed up a little bit. Okay, I think I have one of these. What does this say? The new. Okay, well, unfortunately...
Out with the old and with the new.
Oh, nah. Oh, God, I hate that it's the... Oh, whoops. You have to click the right stick in to inspect September, so that's not the right one.
Ban L3 and R3. That's my platform. That's my campaign promise.
But, okay, I don't mind clicking in the stick. I do mind it when they want you to click in the stick while using the stick. Like, oh, click in the stick while pushing it forward. Like, that can be really awkward, especially on the right stick. Hello, you. Okay, well, let's go to the prison now. Excuse me. Oh, come on. I shouldn't have.
Alright, so here's my pitch. My dream pitch for my dream Silent Hill game.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There's this guy. He was a bully in school. And so Silent Hill for him is a bunch of toilets. And he's getting swirly left and right. Instead of Pyramid Head, it's Toilet Head.
That's, you should play the sort message. Because it has a section. It's not as on the nose, but it's not far off from being that on the nose. Also, you like how just it's completely dark and then you just go for that. Did they not expect you to travel back at that point?
Ah, the sunny part of town.
Yeah.
It's always daytime there versus the dark side of town where it's always nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that in the Arctic Circle, right?
Yeah, he's crossed the line and it's like daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime.
Johnny, did you ever watch any amount of Silent Hill Ascension?
Oh, no. I knew better than that.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch Tango Mushi's video on it, though.
Yeah, I guess for those who don't remember, that was like the web series that Silent Hill was doing. That was like, was it weekly or was it like daily? It was a lot, and it was this weird. It was a video web series that you watched, but it was somehow still pay to win.
Yeah, because you could.
It was still season pass, microtransaction videos that you watch.
Yeah, because you could gain more influence that way. Alright.
If you're in the penitentiary, there is a serum in this area, but it seems like it's a pain in the ass to get. So
fair enough.
Not sure if you even want to bother with that one.
Hey, look at that.
Convenient.
Oh, dark times. Where was that save? In the dark times, I guess. Oh, prison. There you go.
Every save should be called Dark Times. Because have you seen the state of this game?
I'm inside the prison.
Okay, I'm up in cell block B. Come and get me already.
I can't believe they locked up Wheeler with his radio. Fucking useless, these lads.
Actually, this might not be that annoying of a serum to get.
Oh yeah. We have some excellent. This is some good texture work here. What do you think of this texture work?
Ay vey.
It's like the.
It's just as good. It works. It works on any
like
surface.
those silicone mats they use on film sets.
We talk about this a lot. How often it feels like games on the Bad Game Hall of Fame fall apart the further you get in, despite that games aren't made linearly. And this is one of them for sure.
Yeah, you know, games aren't made linearly, but structurally they are planned out. Like, you know, there's a sequence of events. And, you know, ultimately this is the curse of all forms of media, film in particular, which is that you open strong, you open with a hook. You got open strong and close strong. And the middle is kind of coasting off the momentum of that beginning as it builds towards an ending. So even if these games aren't developed in sequence, you're still like, well, this is just like, you know, this is fluff. This is the middle of the game. This doesn't need to be the most like visually impressive because at this point the player's already committed.
Oh yeah, and there's definitely, I think God of War was one of the big examples of this, but a lot of games would sometimes put like the most focus into the like first 30 minutes, like that big opening chunk. Like, yeah, you sell players on that, and then yeah, you've sold them on the whole game and that kind of thing. Yeah.
I would also say, like, not to say that we're close to the end of this, because we're not really.
No.
But we've definitely had games on the show where they don't end strong either. Like, they might start strong, but by the very end, it's like just completely like, just shut it down, turn off.
That's because we run a show called Bad Game Hall of Fame, and we're dealing with bad games, as it turns out. I'm saying, ostensibly, theoretically, in a perfect world, even in good games, that the middle parts can often be the weaker parts versus, you know, the tech demo openings and in the exciting conclusions are supposed to be the payoff.
All right. So that memo was just, hey, you can sneak stuff into this prison. The guards just let it happen. Turns out this is a bad prison because it's a Sun Hill prison.
Someone should backport this to Counter-Strike Source so you can make a jailbreak map out of this.
I'm retired of this ridiculous time constraints you people give me. You asked me to fix the cameras, and then 30 minutes later you call and ask why I haven't patched the hole in the wall yet. I'm tired of the mixed signals. Someone just tell me what you really want. Whoever is reading this, do not touch my tools. I'm coming back to fix the goddamn cameras after I brick up the goddamn hole in the goddamn showers.
Wow, Silent Hill even gets in the minds of blue-collar workers, of repairmen.
I know it's a bit I've talked about before. If the universe fucks up and I have disposable income, oh, this looks like a big area. I wonder if it's going to turn out to be very linear. We'll see. But I would do the video game thing. Like, who leaves notes and audio logs in real life? No one. I want to be the pioneer of that.
I don't remember what sci-fi story it is, but it's directly about that premise. I'm remembering this secondhand. Chevins from Other Media explained some sci-fi story where the conceit is it's an old man who's beginning to lose his memory, and so he's like scouring this environment and he's finding notes that he left for himself in the past, and then the ending is basically just like the past him saying like, hey, I know I'm gonna lose my mind, so I'm doing this just to give you something to do and just kind of fuck around. And so this whole conceit of me leaving behind these notes is just part of like a sick game. It's a sick prank I'm playing on myself, basically.
I feel like the amount of noise that makes me think he just bashed his chin when he landed that side. It looks like the panel controls gates for the entire prison. Let's see if I can get it working. Nope, guess it's broken. Damn.
So when I was oh wait, what are you gonna open up?
It's always something.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Even get like a camera cut, which they normally do for this game.
What crime did you commit?
Josh. Also, these come off as like that cancelled version of Half-Life 2. I feel like these monitors belong in that game.
Is there another lever to the Fred, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when I was like a young teen.
Hang on, I gotta look at that animation again. You keep going.
All right. When I was a young teen, like, I fully had the idea that if me and my family ever, moved out of the house, that I was going to write, like, logs to hide, like, in the walls.
Oh, for the
stuff.
next tenants. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't make that jump.
No.
He's just that good, folks. All right. This is our progress.
That's a military training, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
do
Army
you have a
stuff.
map at this point? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in? I'm looking for A15.
Ah, okay. Yep, it's up
I
here.
think that's to the north. Okay. If you ever pass by A15 and it's open, there's a serum in there.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite spots in the game.
Ah, even in trash, a flower can grow.
Yeah.
Nature's healing.
Yeah. So, yeah, like... Oh. Come on. What?
Now, they're pretty thick-headed down Silent Hill, huh?
What is that death noise? Excuse me. I'm dying here. Also, yeah, I guess those are really armored mining suits. It's an old newspaper. For any readers looking to enjoy that good old Shepherd's Glen hospitality, you may want to reconsider your options. I recently stayed at the Shepherd's Inn, located conveniently just outside the downtown area. While previous overnights at this location was memorable, the year since their sesquicentennial, I know I said that wrong, celebration has not been kind to our neighbouring burg. Our accommodations themselves were uninhospitable, to put it mildly, and the locals seemed gruff and uninviting. Even the town hall, once a friendly way for tourists to learn about the area's culture, stood in exceeding disrepair. On day 2... Oh, it's got all blurry. I was reading that. I'm trying to think if that's supposed to be someone visiting the town after whatever bad thing happened that made all the clocks stop, and they were able to visit the town.
Yeah, they're visiting it in like the way that we're seeing it right now.
Yeah. And they were able to...
They served me a sandwich. It was kind of off.
Yeah. Oh, what do we think of the toilet? It's all stopped up. Stopped up? Is that how you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's stopped up. You can say pipes are stopped up.
We have conflicting
Never ever
opinions.
clogged.
Yeah.
That's also a correct thing to say.
Please don't kill me. In
Better
the
write this
Mario
in
font
bubble
for
letters.
some reason. Yeah.
It's snowing outside. Jacobs. Are you
Jacob.
making it? Ah, yeah, it's because the S. Are you
Snowing
making
outside
it
Jacobs,
snow?
are you making it snow?
Oh, but Jacobs.
I gave you all the clues, Mr. Policeman. I'm the snowman.
Noah's Viking tool. Yo, shouts to Noah's Viking tool.
That sounds like an inside joke. That also sounds like an inside joke.
Oh, Steve loves puzzles. You know what they say about Steve, right? He loves puzzles.
No?
Something about this point. Alright. I guess we're going this way.
Time to get Detective Harry Hole on the case. Yes, Blas, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we can't examine that.
That's the name of a main character. Michael Fassbender plays Harry Hole in The Snowman. A serious horror drama movie, thriller, suspense.
What was that book about the kid who dies and he leaves behind like a notebook that tells his mother like, "Hey, this is how you're gonna kill this guy."
It's the Story of Henry, or the Book of Henry.
Book of Henry, yeah.
That's a treat of a movie. It's fucking awful.
Whoever gets this message, please help. We haven't seen a guard in days. We're hungry, losing hope. Please help us. We're dying in here, Ron. Well, who was going to find the message here, Ron? Aside from yourself. God, I keep finding rifle ammunition, but I don't have any rifle shooter.
All things in due time.
Yeah.
They're setting you up. They're stockpiling you beforehand.
Well, it's broken. I had a discussion with someone recently, because I have my one fan theory is that, you know, all the wacky reality bending stuff that happens in the Silent Hill games could potentially not be just affecting physical space, but time as well. You know,
sort of a Dark Souls kind of thing.
Yeah, or it's a weird pull, but the 13th hour in Persona 3. And that has a similar vibe, because when you get to that hour, everyone who doesn't have, you know, Persona powers isn't physically
sort of
able.
thing.
Yeah, like it takes place outside. Whoa!
Okay, I thought you were talking about like it attracts people from different times into one.
Oh no, not
location.
quite. Yeah. I more mean like you're not perceiving time in a linear fashion anymore. You're existing outside of time as we know it. And that explains something like, well, why didn't you see people around, you know, stuff in Silent Hill 2 where you get stuff from the past, like the Civil War era prison and
Good job. Now get me out of here.
the what's it? The hotel. Because it's a detail people miss up because it's told out of order. But that hotel burnt down years ago. The one you go to at the end of the game. I'm just curious what you thought of that. Oh!
Hey, right there. When this is over, I'm buying the first round and then the second.
Can you walk?
Walk, run, fly. Shit, I may be a little slow, but whatever the hell it takes to get out of here, let's do it.
Where's Elle?
They split us up when we got here. But I heard him say something about taking a woman to solitary.
Wait, where'd he get a gun?
Where we're going.
They locked him up with it.
Guard station.
Got it. Come on.
I can't wait for it to look like this guy dies again, and then suddenly he doesn't.
I'll read him his rights.
You know, you were joking about that kind of dialogue earlier. I completely forgot. He has his fucking quip. You know what?
That was anticlimactic.
He mostly took care of it, honestly. I got one shot in.
Got it.
Was it a step above legendary?
Yeah.
In terms of games we've played through.
Alright. Let me look in this.
Oh, this is just a horror recommendation. We talk about like non-linear time. This isn't a movie that jumps across like a lot of time and is pulling like stuff like from Fast and Future, but just a movie that's really good about dealing with chronology and sequence of events. Lake Mungo. It's a psychological horror, fake documentary type thing. It is very dry. It's not like super outrageous in its ways. It's very subtle with most of its scares. And it is a movie where the more they explain it, the less it makes sense. And I mean that in a very positive way, where for nerds who need like shit explained to them, it's like, all right, here's your explanation. And then how are you going to reconcile this? What are you going to do with this information? Does it serve the narrative? Anyway, it's a good-ass movie, and you know, it's October. We were playing spooky games on the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Figure I can recommend a spooky film.
Alright, let me check out our new drawing. You are your brother's keeper, remember it always, or else the bogeyman will chain you underneath the waves. And I feel like that image in particular is supposed to look like the famous painting of Pyramid Head with all the cages behind him. That's like the reference there.
This is a bit of a stretch, but Johnny talking about, you know, stuff like existing outside of like linear time and being weird like that just reminded me of the horror game Iru on PlayStation.
Yes, yeah.
And like only because they have the Hounds of Tindalos in that game. Like the only reason I was like, oh yeah, that game.
I always
looks real
forget that
cool.
it's Lovecraftian.
It
that
shows
game.
up, and like, I mean, from what I understand, and I'm speaking broadly, but I think a lot of Japanese horror does really like Lovecraft stuff. At least
No, it
elements
definitely
of it.
does. As early as like
We need to split up.
shit like
Head across the
War of the Dead and
bars on the far side. Now get out of here.
Sweet Home, Innsmouth no Yakata on fucking Virtual Boy. The list goes on.
Okay.
I,
now
it
we go
said,
this way.
okay, so the guy had said something about like once you fix that you can pull the second lever to the left of the power box to open the A15 cell door. I don't know if it is already open or not.
Okay, well, let me quickly go back in his room and see if there's anything to do. It
says second from the left, but there's only two, so...
Yeah, unless it's in a different...
Forget this. I need to
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Just go. If A15's open when you pass it, then good.
I get a lot of joy out of watching that jumping animation, so...
The only real important thing is that there's one letter left, or one photo left, and I don't even think we're going to get to it in this episode. We're definitely not getting to it in this episode. Yeah, also, like, you're asking me what I thought about the outside of time idea for Silent Hill. I mean, that could be a thing, but, like, it doesn't... I think it's one of those things that it doesn't necessarily affect the proceedings one way or the other.
Oh, no, it's
were
just...
true or not.
You know, because there's the whole thing of, oh, where are all the people? And the important thing is, like, the question, not the answer. The fact you don't know where everyone's gone is the scary part. But that's, like, if you want an explanation, that's the one I have. Because, you know, you see time stuff get messed up in the games. So. Apparently, can't wait to get the hell out of here. The goddamn cooks are the... They love the phrase goddamn in this prison, I'm noticing. Are the ones who should be thrown into solitary. In order to eat, you got to have your light on before the officer will put food on your tray. They make you kneel against the back wall when they're dishing it out, otherwise you get none. Then the officer closes the window and you can eat your food, but then as soon as you get started, they come back to pick up the trays. The meals are never fully cooked, and sometimes the food is still cold in the middle. Well, yeah, that's what never fully cooked means.
Yeah.
Also, they give you less than what a grown man would normally eat. I've seen the officers scrape most of it on the ground to make the tray lighter. We get juice, but it's watered down. Be just like the food, tasteless. The first thing I'm going to do when I get out is eat a goddamn cheeseburger. Brian. Thank you for that, Brian.
I hope Brian ate that cheeseburger. I hope he had that cheeseburger in paradise.
Two things. One, when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, you know, I had like 2 weeks where I just couldn't eat solid food. And I kept telling myself, like, the first thing I'm going to eat when I can properly eat again is I'm going to have a fucking cheeseburger. And the day that I could, I went to Wendy's, got a cheeseburger, brought it home. It was fucking disgusting.
Yep.
It was one of the worst cheeseburgers I've ever had. But I did have that cheeseburger.
What's he being stabbed
also
with?
Also with prison food, there's a YouTuber I watched who did a video recently where he was like, where he made prison food just to see how bad it was. I haven't watched it yet because I feel like it would make me sad.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to watch a video of him making mayonnaise with every type of oil imaginable.
Go get yourself a neutral loaf. The ultimate in prison cuisine.
I think that might be what he made.
Yeah, neutral loaf is like a form of punishment. It is a punishment food. It is cruel and inhumane. There's a YouTube channel I used to watch that made some prison food and prison wine, which seemed poisonous as Magic Mouse. You're thinking of the Modern Rogue. I know exactly what you're thinking about.
Oh, you know, Taste and History's been putting out some good episodes lately, though. He's doing, like, Villain Month.
Yep, so he did Dracula. You know, real-life historical figure, Dracula.
Well, I just watched the Caligula episode, like, yesterday.
You ever seen the movie Caligula? Of course not. Why am I even asking?
It's possible. I don't think I did.
You
I
would
had to
know.
read.
If you saw Caligula the movie, you would know that you saw Caligula the movie.
I don't know, I have a bad memory, but probably not. You're right, I probably did not. I mean, I know well, I was supposed to read I, Claudius for school, and I didn't. And, like, it was the big summer reading test. Okay, so I'll tell the story real quick. We had summer reading at high school, and we did 2 books every summer, one of which was going to be the test book, and one of which was going to be the written essay book. So we had 2 books to do. The written essay was going to be A Confederacy of Dunces, which is one of my favorite books. And the test one was I, Claudius. I did not read I, Claudius. I read the hell out of Confederacy of Dunces, wrote my whole report on it. But the day before the test was going to happen for I, Claudius, I called my friend up, and I said, hey, listen, I need you to explain to me what happens in I, Claudius. However, just give me 1 paragraph worth of information. I know you want to tell me more. Just tell me the most bare basics, and I'll make do. So he did. He gave me like 30 words worth of information. I went and I took the test. Later in the year, when we got our results back and everything, my English teacher handed me back my essay on the book that I love, and I got a D on it. And he's like, it's very obvious to me that you didn't read this book at all. Now, your I, Claudius test, you got perfect on that. And I just wanted to tell him something, but I was just like, okay.
No, it killed me not being able to tell teachers like what I got away with.
Wheeler, you there?
The damn radio keeps going out.
I feel like I was more disappointed in him.
The store is jammed.
Yeah, no, I've been there before.
I can see you. That's the entrance to the A block. Okay, go back.
To answer your question, Blahats, what is Neutraloaf? Neutraloaf is a punishment food that is like a meatloaf, but often with no meat in it. It's made with just like, vegetable refuse. It's technically nutritious food that is made to be as bland and texturally unpleasant as possible so that you can serve it to prisoners and be like, this has all the nutrients you need. It's fucking disgusting, but you're going to eat it because you need to live.
All right.
So they'll give it a lot to people like in solitary.
I wonder, we need to get someone who's in Ordinary Sausage Discord to like suggest he make Neutraloaf sausage.
Oh, that'd be so fucked. That'd be so wretched.
It'd be a thing he'd do. You know it.
And I'd watch it. I'd watch it too. I'd be interested. Imagine me, I was saying, I wonder if anyone ordered Neutraloaf as their last meal. Not that I can recall.
No.
I've seen a lot of videos about, like interesting last meals ordered by prisoners, and I don't think anyone's ever willingly signed up for the Neutraloaf.
Mr. Sausage did a video today where he made like basically just a giant chicken nugget in the shape of a hand. And it was well cooked and all that. And I was looking and I was like, okay, I mean, it's a giant chicken nugget, it's cooked. And then he just pours ketchup all over and I was like, ugh. I think I was like viscerally disgusted.
Ketchup is disgusting.
I'll take it on some things. On a hamburger, sure. On a hot dog, I'll do it. On chicken, no, never. Never on chicken. It's fucked up.
Yeah, especially on chicken fucked up, for sure. I mean, I see people dip chicken nuggets in ketchup. I'm just like, what are you doing with your life? But also, I think this ketchup is repugnant. Like, I tolerate it if I forget to ask for my burgers without it. Usually they don't put too much on. If they put too much on, then that ruins a fucking burger for me. You put it on a hot dog, you're dead to me. That's not true. I really just dislike it. I feel strongly that when you're eating a hot dog, you shouldn't be slathering in something that is the only thing you'll be able to taste.
If I'm having it anywhere special, I probably won't put ketchup on a hot dog at all. I'll get like actual toppings. If I'm just having it at home, I don't have a lot of options.
I'd have the hot dog try. I would straight up take the dry hot dog over the ketchup hot dog.
The headlight's broken. All right.
I I think the way you make ketchup more tolerable is you make it into like a fry sauce. You know, you get some Worcestershire,
Sure,
some
but then
mayo,
that's something else.
stuff.
Then-
Yeah,
then you're
it's something
muting
else at
the
that point,
ketchup
but-
flavor with something
yeah.
that's like actually palatable to me.
But that is the thing. Like when I saw the chicken nugget hand and he covered the ketchup on it, I was just like, oh, all I taste is ketchup. In my mind, all I feel is ketchup.
Keypad, but it looks broken. I'm gonna search for a way to fix it.
Just gonna
Well,
say,
it says opinions of mayonnaise on hot dog. I did that when I was like 8.
yeah, that seems a little. I mean, granted, HelloFresh recipes will sometimes do that, but against the UK version, so I imagine it's.
Don't the French
it's,
do that?
You know, it's not proper hot dogs. It's usually like a British kind of sausage. You know.
I'm sure there are some states that have like some like configuration where like mayonnaise is the binder for other toppings they get put on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, mayonnaise, like, you know, my gripe against ketchup is that it is a very not neutral flavor, is that it is such a distracting flavor on whatever you put it on. You're not tasting the thing that you're eating, you're tasting the ketchup. Mayonnaise, you know, for all the jokes about it, is good as a binder. It's good for keeping things together, and it is good for like emulsification. And you know, it's a mostly neutral flavor if it's used in moderation. So sure, you can put mayonnaise in a fucking hot dog, and I won't like flip out.
Yeah, I said I had it when I was like 8, but I don't think I've ever had it since then because I never had the urge. Because it feels like it wouldn't really add much to it. Although I have been wanting to at some point try like proper Kewpie mayo.
Oh
it's
yeah,
so
I got
good.
a bottle of that.
It's so good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
They sell it at the store that I go to, so I could get it. And I mean the proper stuff, not the American version.
Yeah, you can get the proper stuff even at like Costco has, like the proper Kewpie mayo.
Yeah. If it was more affordable, that would be my main mayo. Alright. I mentioned about space being linear, but you can tell just how linear it is, where there's literally an NPC opening and closing doors behind you.
Is this the one where you pull the second?
That might be, yeah.
One. Which second one?
Well, there's only
the
one
second lever
working.
to the left.
Well,
And there's only 2 levers, so.
And the other, and one of them's broken.
Okay, well.
Okay, I'm still missing a wire somewhere.
Okay. I think when you fix that, you can pull the lever and then jump over to A15, which is like right behind you.
Any wires in the toilet? No. Double check, yeah. Definitely don't have. Okay, so there's another wire somewhere that I'm missing. Where would that be? Not that kind of wire, I guess.
Chicken wire.
Oop. Oh, I think I just buy something. We just
You left your oven on at home.
It's something with the way the lighting works. It keeps looking like there's something I can interact with here, but I've already picked up the wire. No, I think I need to go back up. But yeah, like you're literally getting guided into rooms, and then those rooms lock you in. And you've only got the one way to go. Yeah, let me see over here. Aha! Looks like somebody used this mattress to escape. It's a long way down. This gate isn't going to move, ever.
Ever, ever, ever.
Oh, whatever you say, game.
Wow, what a pessimist. Alex's glass is half empty.
Looks like someone was making repairs, but then ran out of time. Oh yeah, we read about that guy. There we go.
Hey, do you remember the wire puzzle in Blue Stinger? Man, didn't that game suck ass?
You know what? I don't remember the wire puzzle in Blue Stinger.
I was gonna say.
It was the moment I got maddest at that game because they make you go through this. Imagine going through this entire sequence that you've gone through, Johnny, and at the end, only at the end, you get a pair of gloves that lets you pick up the wires that you've been picking up the entire time here. So every time you thought you've been interacting with these, you've actually not been doing anything. And having to go all the way back to the beginning and stopping off like a dozen times along the way with that glove in hand. Because that's literally what Blue Stinger does. And it's literally like a prison sequence too, so.
Okay.
Also, didn't you do this puzzle last episode?
Yep, this is the remix version. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure that goes there. Okay, it is so hard to tell if you're making any progress in this puzzle.
Oh, not in the... Wait, yeah, I guess it was in the last episode. That was the one that was just...
Yeah, I wasn't there for it, but I was watching it. I was thinking like, oh wow, this is the worst version of Mastermind I've ever seen, huh? Like, this should theoretically, logistically be easy, but...
Yeah, I feel like you just... Well... Can you move the top ones? Are the top ones movable at all, or are they just stuck?
They are stuck.
Alright, I feel like what you do is you start with the one the furthest left, and just move it around until something turns green.
Uh-huh.
And then leave that, move on to the next one, move it around until something turns green.
Yeah, but now
nothing's
turning green.
So put that...
So this white one's in the wrong place.
The yellow one's in the right place.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Oh, 3 of them are right now.
So
let's swap
flip red and blue.
Flip those two.
Aha.
Flip those back.
Okay, so me.
No, flip those back. It's the one of the furthest left on the bottom. Nope. You undo the things you were doing.
Yeah, yes. Put that back there.
No, okay. The yellow one goes in the middle.
Okay.
The bright yellow one goes in the middle.
Yeah.
Or not. Wait. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just... It's hard to tell when you're making progress in this puzzle.
Swap red and blue.
No, it's either red or blue, I think, needs to be further to the left.
Yeah.
I'm doing a thing. One sec.
And now none of them work.
I have the guide open. What am I doing?
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here's the order they go in, okay? From left to right.
Okay.
Red. All the way to the left.
God, I swear I tried that too.
Okay. Then next is white. Yeah. Then green, then blue, then yellow. So this should be perfect. There you go.
Yeah, futz around trial and error puzzles. Don't do them. There's those 2 lights. I bet that's...
So I think...
Yeah, there was like a cut to 2...
There you go. Okay, that's not as annoying as I thought that one was going to be. I mean, the serum. That puzzle was annoying. But
yeah.
Yeah, you can just go and jump across that and get your serum.
Oh, you... There we go.
Yeah, at least it'll make you do a quick time event every time you...
And just remind me, what does the serum do again? Does it increase your maximum health, or is it just a
full? It's a full heal and life increase, yeah. So, best of both worlds.
Only one more serum in the game.
The way you've been saying this stuff makes it sound that there's going to be like, there's one photograph left, one serum left. Is there going to be a long-ass stretch of game where there's just like fucking nothing happening.
Yes.
Well, I mean that's a lot. This game.
I mean, granted, nothing has happened in this episode or the previous episode.
I'll say nothing will be happening in as far as picking up collectibles go. Like bosses and plot, I don't know. I don't know what's between here and there.
Like as far as I am concerned, like the plot to this game stopped somewhere in the first episode. We haven't developed the main thread at all, except to say
we had like
Dad
two
went
boss
to
battles.
Silent Hill, and now we're in Silent Hill.
We had like 2 boss battles in episode 2.
That's
Where it's explicitly like, oh my child.
Yeah, that's where most of the story was. Is what's going on with those two. There's all those books underneath the town hall that talks about some roles of like the founders, and then that bit we found where the father's like, oh yeah, I gotta go back to Silent Hill and fix things because I've messed up or whatever. If anyone finds this though, I can help you access the gateway to your freedom, but to escape your fate, you must first visit solitary confinement, prison number 110391. Alright.
Alright. I have that number memorized.
Yeah, I wonder if that's literally the number.
Would you like to know?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Sure.
It's literally the number.
What's that puzzle you hated in that Blooper Team game, Layers of Fear?
The rat puzzle?
Yeah.
The dog. I have it written down, I can just tell you.
110. Wouldn't believe it. That menu is there's delay on it. Like just tagging between the different keys. You have to like wait a bit for it to like pick up your inputs.
I wonder why they're so bad at doing like interface stuff.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, because we got Big Finn here.
I was just gonna say, like, like consistently, a consistent thread in this has just been their inability to design like these interfaces where you're moving stuff around, the clock face, the puzzles, just like all these things having like input delay and issues is definitely a recurring thing. And it's like, if you're not good at making the stuff, then just don't do it, I guess, would be my thought process. I guess you have to.
Yeah.
With Silent Hill. And I know I'm holding up a big reveal, but I think that this definitely speaks to something in this development that's just like, yeah, a lot of this you can attribute to like time and budgets and other like outside concerns and whatnot. But on some level, if you can't like make a decent, like if you're making this type of game and there's input delay on every single one of like your puzzle interfaces, what are you doing?
Yeah. And it's weird because
something has gone wrong in like your learning as a developer, whoever was tasked with that at the very least.
Because I'm a fan of some of the collector's previous works. They're not amazing, but there's no outlandish UI issues in say getting up any like close to this. All right. Hey, Mom. It's funny we were making Saw references earlier.
Mom.
Oh,
you look great.
I love the lighting in this cutscene, what it does to Alex.
Is that you?
Mom, I'm gonna...
Why did she look really mad there for a second?
That's the mask she wears to hide the fact that she's in pain.
Yeah. It's really unclear what exactly is hurting her right now.
Shh. It's okay.
Arthritis.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated to the trap.
We loved you so much. But they said we could only choose one.
Mom, please. Stop.
Steve, get Steve.
Save your breath.
Yeah, the lighting there is so bad.
Let me go, Alex.
I can't.
It hurts so much. Make it stop.
Mom, I can't.
Please, Alex. Please.
Stop zooming in so close on these character models.
Yeah, getting reminded these cutscenes were done by a different studio and they came back basically unfinished. Alright, so we got a moral quandary here. But before we do that...
she seems better now.
Yeah. Are you also... you a fan of anime GIFs that don't loop properly? If you look at her hair, you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a breeze, yeah.
But, like, okay, I get this is supposed to be some sort of stretching device, but it's clearly not activated yet. So I don't know what... Okay. I'm making a choice here because there's a specific ending we're going for. So... I wonder if you can figure out which one I picked.
You can't do it. Not putting her out of her misery is the wrong choice. Yep.
It's okay, Alex. I love you.
Wait, you did choose kill her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite everything, he didn't want her to have this happen to her. And they really should not have shown what that looks like, because it just looks goofy. Like, yeah, if like entrails or stuff had come out of her, that'd be scary. But she's just long now.
She always wanted to play in the NBA.
Oh god, why did I shoot her? I could have tried to save her. It's all my fault. Okay, Alex, seriously, what would you have done?
Yeah, also, I don't think...
take the straps off, get her off the machine. I don't know, that'd be my first thought.
Oh, hey,
I'm also looking at the situation that she's in. I'm thinking it's not all your fault.
Yeah.
Carmen's asking, is there no game audio right now? Just double check that you're broadcasting it out, that the audio is...
Yeah, it's just quiet, somber. Yeah, there's like a piano chord playing right now. A very Silent Hill 2 piano chord. Yeah,
Map's not updating.
Yeah, we're in a new place. Which, if you notice, is a single linear path again. I don't know if that's a technical thing or just the people who worked on this game were like, we don't really like it, the like backtracking, more freeform design. Hence why it's like this, or just
wait, safe.
Yeah.
That also might be where we call it this episode.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gotta be.
Oh yeah, it's later than I realized.
Did we make it as far as you expected to make it?
I was hoping to finish this area, which that would be the only thing is if we want to push through this. But this looks like a bit.
Yes, it was like a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll play it safe. We'll wrap up here. And yeah, there we go. Let me game make us. Whoop. So yeah, so alright, so what are our impressions like now? We'll start with Chucky first. Being along for the ride the whole time.
This feels like the most nothing stretch of 3 hours that we've done so far.
Yeah. No, that's
like
fair.
I mean we did do some puzzles. We went to Silent Hill. We established that we're now in a new area, but it really feels a lot like turning wheels, especially in the part where we had to turn wheels for a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know, as someone who likes sliding puzzles, man, that one was rough.
Yeah.
That one without the ability to reset it too. Uh, yeah, wow, this one was a low point in the game. We really pretty much didn't really learn anything either.
Yeah,
Plot-wise, there's really nothing happening here.
Yeah, the
I
big
mean, we at the very last second, the
Yeah,
mom
the very
saying
last
that choose
moment.
one of you.
the very last second, and that one memo you find from the dad, and that's pretty much it. Like the biggest story reveals were the two town founders' families getting killed, and all that stuff underneath the town hall. And then since then, it's more just been like, oh, look at this spooky stuff. Oh, this prison, it was bad to prisoners, because of course it is, and all that. If yeah, that we good say, Chuck? Just checking.
I think for now, like I
Yep.
really want to save like much longer thoughts for the
Yep.
end of the thing. But yeah, this has been a long stretch of the game, kind of just chugging along.
Mm-hmm. And how was your return to Silent Hill in cinemas 2026, Cassidy?
I'm with Slime, who says we learn nothing about the plot, but our brain age is way higher after all those puzzles.
Oh, it's weird.
I mean,
doesn't feel that way.
it's the point I keep coming back to. I know I'm a broken record, but it's something I feel really strongly about, which is just like it really feels like the plot didn't advance, because the plot to me is this guy and his brother.
Oh yeah,
right. Even beyond like the broader familial stuff with the dad and the mom. The relationship I'm interested the most, that they have done the least to explain or to flesh out, is the relationship between the brothers. Like, I get that the parents, we're seeing now the parents had to make a choice that one would be sacrificed, one wouldn't be. And then so clearly I was wrong in which one was going to be sacrificed, that they wanted to distance themselves emotionally from Alex, knowing that he would be the one put up. It is a pretty clear implication now at this stage.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, what we're missing out on, the what should be the thrust for this character, he brings it up in conversation with Elle enough times. He's like, "I'm looking for my brother. I'm looking for my brother. I'm looking for my brother." But like, tell us about your brother. Tell us about like the things you did as kids. Tell us about like the bonds you forged. Tell us about like, having to weigh going off to the military against leaving your brother behind.
Yeah,
We did
we've
nothing.
had...
We barely fleshed out like his time in the army and like what he did there and
Yeah.
like in his capacity as a soldier. We know nothing about this protagonist. He said that he had like familial issue, and that's it.
Yeah, the one flashback of them together is just them in bunk beds, Josh having nightmares, and Alex giving him a flashlight, which is the very bare minimum of, yes, Alex cares for his brother. Like, and that's what we got. And maybe the second, and it's the tiniest bit, is that there's the scene, that confirmed, Josh is the favorite one, with the dad giving him the ring. And there's the one bit of dialogue where Josh says, "Oh, well, I'd want to tell Alex," showing that despite the way the parents are, Alex and Josh at least get on. But in a very generic of just, well, they say they get on, because here they are getting on and saying they get on. So yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, it's 100% like tell, don't show.
Mm-hmm.
Except they're also not telling you anything, so we're just have a complete lack of information. I don't know. And then the gameplay for its part seems very going through the motions.
Oh yeah, it's
like that is the feeling I get. And just the pacing seems so bad, especially from like what you've told me about like how much time is not going to have collectibles, things to pick up, which tells me either A, combat gauntlet, or B, just a fucking ton of cutscenes and or puzzles.
Yeah.
To pad it out. The game's about to hit like a brick wall in terms of pacing, in terms of momentum and thrust, which is incredible because we're already going at like a snail's pace.
Yeah.
In terms of how they're doling information out and in terms of how they're introducing like gameplay mechanics. So I don't know. This seems like not a good game.
Yeah.
This may be controversial to say, but I'm looking at this and this seems like a bad Silent Hill game. And it also seems like a bad game in general. And knowing the context and circumstances behind it, as much as you, were able to surface and present in the history section, this is definitely like, it all speaks to that.
Yeah.
It all speaks to a game that was rushed in its development. But whatever hopefulness I had for it in the first episode, if I remember correctly, I ended my thoughts in the first episode saying, well, there's still a chance here. They're building out a foundation. I can see this game getting somewhere interesting. And it's just like, nope. After the last 6 hours, nope, 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 and nope. It's all been foundation still, and it's a rotten fucking foundation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not impressed.
Yeah, I honestly agree with that. Like, definitely the first, like 2-ish hours is the part where the game mostly has potential, but you get to a certain point where you've done pretty much everything the game has to offer gameplay wise, and the only thing they've really added is human enemies, and that doesn't add a lot, and also just makes you go like, oh, it really? That's the monster you're putting into Silent Hill now? It's just the guys from the movie? But yeah, like you get to a point where less and less stuff is happening. Like, even in the second episode, I feel like more was coming out about both the town, like they're telling the lore about this hotel and the garden, but it was at least tying a little bit into the characters, and you were learning about the mayor and the suspicious stuff he does in his spare time. And whereas we've gone to the Silent Hill, the main proper town, and it's a real kind of like a wet fart of getting there. It's like, it doesn't look special. It especially does not, and whatever I was bringing up about the layout, it doesn't really look like Silent Hill 1, just aesthetically. And a lot of that's to do with the camera and other things. But it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going back to this place I remember. It could be another part of Shepard's Glen. It could have easily have just been built into that part of the map. And the stuff you do when you get into the town, go to a water power plant and fits around with machines for a while. And then go into this prison, and Wheeler's just going to direct you around for a while. It's the most boring thing you could do, coming back into the town. Which is a weird choice for like, hey, this is the big thing the game's been building up to. And then you do the most busy work thing feels like they could have come up with. And yeah, it's a shame because, like, this game has always had a very negative place in my heart, especially because just the first impressions I had were from the mid-game point. It was from the Hell Descent level, not the sewer, not this start. The start was genuinely like, okay, I could see if someone had just played like the first hour or so would have okay impressions. Like, there were things to pick up, like the controls felt a bit weird, and the focus on the combat had gone a bit away. But there was still something. There was a je ne sais quoi, and that is gone with the wind. It has flown away quick. And going through this again has been a stark reminder of how much, like, yes, there's been some breadcrumbs and stuff that if you play this on a second playthrough, like me and Sharky having some pre-knowledge are getting, but it's really eye-opening of like, oh no, most of the story is in the final act. Like, all the actual stuff that matters that's where it's told. Like, okay, we know, like, aside from that big memo from the dad, like, that's when they spill, oh, by the way, yeah, the cult's involved in this. Like, over halfway through the game, that's when that stuff comes up. It's
as good a time as any, yeah.
Yeah. And, I thank fuck we are playing it this way, because and having other stuff to talk about, like hot dogs and shit, because there are just some parts where it's just like, yeah, really nothing is happening. Like, yes, you're moving around, you're pushing the A button to squeeze through and duck under, but functionally nothing is really happening in the game.
And in case it isn't obvious, like, what we're doing when I introduce those subject of conversation, that's my key phrase. That's my very subtle way of indicating whatever's happening in the game is fucking boring.
Yeah.
Let's fill the air.
Yeah, no, and
when I introduce those things, I have ADHD. I'm just like, I'm just saying whatever has come to my mind.
It works out. But yeah, but we still don't really know the full extent of the plot, so we've still got a lot to discover and find out about this game, and obviously we'll look into the different endings and talk about any other development stuff I can mention once the full plot's known. But yeah, so from that,
folks,
alright, Should we start with the schedule or the? I always forget
we should
this.
probably do the schedule first.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the next stream will be Thursday, and that will be Cassidy and Sharky's return to Resident Evil 6. They will be going through the Jake and Sherry campaign. We'll have Sharky on the Jake and Cassidy on the Sherry, and also playing Sherry in the game. I need to check some stuff. I would like to do the Bad Game Hall of Fame Friday, get through a bit more of Dead Rising, Shop to Your Drop on Wii. I just need to clear some more IRL stuff, but I'll make sure it's confirmed by Thursday what's going on there. And Saturday is going to be the Fright Night. It's going to be a horror-specific fight night where we'll have some games picked out specific to the theme of Spookoween. And then, of course, Monday will be the return of our weekly show, The Casual Monday. That's always a fun time. And then, of course, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be finishing Homecoming next week. But, you know, we'll see with the pacing of this game. I think that's the full schedule, right?
Yeah, more or less. That covers the bases.
Boom!
I'll also say that the upcoming Casual Monday,
yes,
Monday,
go ahead.
October 27th, please tune into that one because it's going to be me bringing an annual tradition to the show, a watch along for the ages, something we've done in the Discord, something that I've been doing for years. The Urban Legends, JK Cinema Urban Legends series. So please tune in for that one and share in the tradition with us.
Nice. Hell yeah. Alright, well with that, if you enjoyed the show, consider joining our Discord, the Game Room. That's discord.gg/Bad Hall of Fame.
Nope.
BGHOF, which stands for Bad Game Hall of Fame. That's where my brain went. You know, talk about games, good, bad, happy, sad, or just anything in general. We have lots of different subjects. Specifically about bad games, we have the Bad Game Club, where every month a game gets picked out, usually by me, but also by the community as well, if we have some good suggestions. And to fit the spooky theme, we decided to take the side of the monsters for once and play Monsters Inc. Scream Team for the PlayStation 1 or the Weird PAL exclusive PlayStation 2 version. Feel free to come check those out, and you know, if it's not your cup of tea in November, when November comes around, there'll be a new game. If you like what you saw, consider supporting the show. You can back us on Patreon, you can subscribe to Twitch, obviously, become a member on YouTube, and any of the above will grant you access to the Patron Saints channel on the Discord server. That grants you access to exclusive content, currently namely the Casual Monday backlog, but there will be more content coming to that in the future. You can also cast votes in future Patreon polls. There will be one after the month of Spookoween. And also just, you know, help guide the future of the show. Give any suggestions and talk things with your fellow patrons. If you can't support us, that's totally fine. Financially, obviously, that's totally fine. You know, times can be tough for people. Your viewership, engaging us with the community, it means a lot to us. It's more than enough. If you want to find a way to support us and you can't financially, consider checking out the YouTube. We specifically have a recommended viewing playlist, 20 handpicked episodes we think are good for first-time viewers. You can show that to your friends, or of course, you know, any Silent Hill heads, bag heads, pyramid heads, any sort of heads really, consider, you know, showing them the VODs for this playthrough, especially the history section, just because that was a big project, and I think clarified some misinformation that is still, some of that is gets spread around. So, you know, if you want to give anyone the full history, well, not the full history, you want to give them the full Johnny Baghead history on Silent Hill Coming forward in the part 1 episode of that VOD would be much appreciated. And I think with that is the show. So yes, I was your host, Johnny Baghead. That's the joke I made last week, but I don't have anything new. Yeah, it's like Pyramid Head, but it's a bag.
I'm Cassidy, recipient of the Medal of Dishonor.
And I've been Sharky. I couldn't think of anything. Much like the game, I'm just sort of spinning my wheels here.
And that, folks, show's over. Get out of here. Goodbye. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.